dude, the lights in the back.
Oh god.
This looks good.
Oh, is it purple?
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks great.
Oh man, I like this.
Hey, it worked.
It did work.
Here, and I can even move
Right,
this way
guys,
over.
we're live.
We're live,
Ah.
and it's kind of chilly outside for Florida, man.
Welcome to our cold front, finally.
Yeah. That's what stuff with pipes and things with pistons.
And hopefully we won't have any crazy neighbors jumping in and,
Well, no,
Yeah, I guess I missed out on some fun last time, but I am
God.
migraine free. And
oh
ready to
yeah,
have
well,
a
I mean,
blast.
yeah, we got
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
we got random neighbor walking in doing super racist dick joke, and then we followed up with, hey, did I tell you about the time my wife was raped in Atlanta?
I was going to say that, but
By the way, look, because it was my neighbor, I'm going to officially do this. Guys, I'm really sorry about that from the last stream. This is something that happens when you are live.
now
We have no control over it. My neighbor
add
just
in-
walked up and started telling what I'm going to assume is the most racist joke that's ever been told on Facebook.
No,
ever.
no, okay,
Yeah,
so I
we
gotta
said way
add
more racist
though.
than that, but that was definitely there.
I gotta add though. He is a super sweet guy.
I think
He
he's
just lost his wife.
I think
And
he's-
his
is,
cat
he-
again.
and his cat again.
Again.
He's just very lonely, and he saw that we were in a garage and just
He just wanted to come over and talk.
and that he is a super not condoning anything he said. I'm just saying he. Anyway, so
Here, Mike, let me get you a shovel. Dig that hole a little bit.
Right?
The light and everything.
awesome.
That's why I just went full apology, and let's just leave it at that.
I apologize. For
By
that.
the way, tonight, guys, we do have some guests. If you'll look behind me, there is a John.
those are not guests. That's a peanut gallery.
Yeah, we got a peanut gallery.
Whoa,
going on.
oh, not right now. Maybe in a little while.
We keep saying this is the shit we do on a Friday night from time to time. There's proof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. In the big old pupper. What are you doing, Lemmer?
There's some tonight just because they were here. So,
So for
we went,
anybody,
you're on camera now. Deal with it.
anybody new joining in, we are here because we like to talk about cars. And we like to try new beers.
So hold up, we are actually losing two of our viewers right now because they're here.
Right?
John never watches
What the hell?
He watches us the next day when he's driving to work. So
Yeah, and that's the thing is like these streams get posted. Y'all can watch them anytime you want. We have a Facebook page. We have we have plenty of sponsors and supporters. Everything is down there
Right
in the
down
description
there.
below. You links to everything.
Hold on.
Make sure
Down.
you're on Wi-Fi.
Down,
No,
down,
there.
there.
And
There,
speaking
yeah,
of supporters
down there.
and
So
stuff,
yes, I want to go into with it being
Veterans Day coming up.
Veterans Day coming up on Monday. I want to go into one of our very first sponsors that we truly love with all our hearts. They're a great group of people, and they are doing an amazing cause for people, and that is Doodlebug Dog Ranch. So I want to read for those that don't know who Doodlebug is, that has watched us over the last year and a half.
Yeah.
What is this like? What's this like? Episode 31 or something?
Something
Yeah,
like
I have
that.
no idea.
So they're an amazing group of
It's getting
people.
out of hand. No one's stopped us yet.
No, and we only have 120
Even after-
something subscribers.
We're up to
130.
130.
Even after last week, nobody stopped us.
Exactly. So the thing with
Yeah,
Doodlebug
this is episode 31.
Dog Ranch,
Got our beer list up.
I'm gonna go into what they are so everybody knows what I'm talking about. And this is actually my sister helps run their business. It's Matt and Lindsay are the ones that are the
Raise the dogs
owners
and
and
train
they
the
do all
dogs
that
and-
stuff, and my sister just helps out. So this is just coming from my sister, so I'm gonna say some stuff for that what she wrote. So my name is Jessica Murphy, my sister, and I am a representative of Doodlebug Dog Ranch Incorporated organization.
Pretty heavy beard for a chick.
I know. We are a nonprofit organization based out of Lecanto, Florida, that trains and provides service dogs for veterans at no cost, specializing in veterans with PTSD, TBI, and mobility issues. The founder of the organization, Matthew Levengood, I probably butchered your last name, Matt, and I'm so sorry,
No, he's not.
was medically retired from the Army Infantry in 2015. That was when he realized how difficult it is for veterans to receive the support and care that they deserve, desperately needed, as well as the outrageously high costs for service dogs.
I checked it, Chris.
It was then him and his wife, Lindsay, set out on a mission to make a difference. They personally bred Bernese Mountain Dogs as well as Saint Bernards, which the puppies are donated to veterans in need. Their organization works with an amazing group of trainers that help train the dogs for their person. Matt and his wife also help navigate the process of properly registering the service dog. Not only do we provide the amazing opportunity to, but the organization's slogan, Battle Buddies for Life, also means veterans are never alone. Anytime somebody is struggling with any aspect, they are able to reach out for support 24/7. Currently, the organization is serving Marion, Citrus, and Hernando counties, but we do plan to expand the outreach in upcoming years. The organization works solely off of donations, which I gotta add, we had, don't know who it was, but
Yeah, one of you
somebody donated enough money to have one of the service dogs go through its full basic training course. On our last episode, we fully mentioned them, and that was fucking amazing, guys. Like, that was a $200-something outreach donation that you helped somebody so much with that.
Total legend.
Any little bit helps, and every dollar is put towards the veterans. Donations of food, leashes, collars, dog beds, and dog hygiene products are also welcome. A message to organization to get shipping address. If you or someone you know needs assistance, or you would like more information, please reach out to either myself, Jessica Murphy, Matt, or Lindsay. Or you can message us at Pints and Pistons, and we will fully send you to the site that you need, and or get in contact with the person you need to know. And we also always, every single episode, there's a link to Doodlebug on their Facebook and website in the description every single episode, because we love those guys so much. They are absolutely amazing.
Yes, definitely. And
sorry, Jess. My sister is a task trainer.
And doggos.
Yeah, and doggos. They're fucking doggos.
Right.
They're
Also,
amazing.
In the ways of news,
I'd say, as far as news goes, there's all kinds of news
I
going on.
have
know.
so
Is it the
much
Dacia
news.
Sandero?
it's
Almost.
the all new
Good
Dacia.
news!
It's the Dacia
Oh,
Sandero.
I ain't
No.
gonna lie, that's probably my favorite car in the world.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
one so bad.
But really though, we got something really awesome coming up here on the 17th of November. We have posted it up on our page. We're going to be posting it over and over again, but somebody has given us access to hosting an event with cars. So
Well, not just somebody, it's Wayne. So if y'all remember from, I think it was like 3 or 4 episodes ago.
the guy obsessed with Mazda.
Yeah, the guy that was obsessed with Mazdas that was in my garage, and that is Wayne Stockel.
Stockel, yes.
Stockel. I just want to make sure I was saying his last name right. He's the owner of Wrench Monkey Automotive, and he is putting on a car show meet gathering at on the 17th
at his shop.
and he has asked us to be
Kind of like we're hosting it.
We're
pretty
like
much.
the MCs type deal.
Right.
So it's going to be Pints and Pistons live at Wrench Monkey Automotive.
So
We're going live. We're going to
He
set
does
up a
not
table. We're going to
understand
do
what is
this.
going on for
What?
that show.
That poor bastard.
Right. He
What's
has no
up?
idea what he set himself up for.
Yeah, so far we got about 50 cars in. We're looking for more people to come. There's going to be a live band.
Trim Face.
Trim Face.
Oh,
Trim
Trim
Face.
Face is going to be
Oh
the
my
band.
God.
Yes.
So
So that has so much significance with me and Sabrina, because Sabrina's ex-brother-in-law is actually like the leader of the band, and cool dude, nothing wrong, and that just cool dude. We have been listening to him for years. And weren't you in the band at one
No,
point?
I wasn't in the band, but I was very close
Yes.
to the band.
So very
I was
good.
one of the band's hanger-ons.
Yeah, so
But-
it is a very good time with Pints.
So-
Once I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is definitely
It's going to be a good time, yeah.
there's going to be food. There's going to be beverages for people, and there's going to be a lot of awesome cars and
And a burnout pad.
a burnout pad.
There will
Which-
be front-wheel drive burnout things.
There is, and I
I
already
predict a set of ancient ass 14-inch wheels going up in absolute
So
smoke.
Sabrina I have already talked to Sabrina
Dust.
about it, and it
Not
is
smoke,
one of
dust.
those where even though the 86 is limping around right now, I'm gonna limp it up there. Gonna have the set of 14-inch tires that I have in the garage that are 11 years old, that were $30 a piece when I bought them new. Throwing them on there, and my thing is, if I break it, I'm at a shop. I just push it into the bay, and he has a truck and trailer or know somebody with a truck and trailer that we can
we'll do
take
something
it home.
So yeah, basically,
I'm not concerned.
All
I'm
the-
doing a massive burnout again.
all the event details are up on our Facebook page. We are going to be probably sharing the event massively. Our Facebook page is down there in the description below you.
Yes.
Feel free to come. It's going to be a blast. Even if the space does not accommodate the vehicles,
we'll make it.
We'll make it.
We're
fit
gonna
space.
make it.
The best part about this is that it being on a Sunday, it's his business is going to be the only one open in the plaza there.
Yes.
So we can do whatever we want, and he has green light for us to do whatever we want. We'll be able to rev up our cars and everything. Not do stupid stuff like we're not going to be doing donuts and stuff
neighborhood
like that.
back.
Yeah,
behind
there is a
the
neighborhood,
plaza,
but it's the thing is that all the other businesses in that plaza are going to be closed, so we're not going to be disturbing them. The owners of those businesses will most likely be at this event also showcasing their businesses.
Yeah. So, and we're gonna have Clutch Ships Go is gonna be
Yep.
out there with a booth and everything.
Yep.
We're gonna have some stuff out there for you guys. It's gonna be a blast. So it's Pints and Pistons at Wrench Monkeys Automotive. You can find it on Facebook. It's on our page. If you guys want to come out, feel free to come out. We want to try and make this kind of a thing and make this happen a little more often because we do bring a fun atmosphere to places, and we fucking
because they something about a rev contest.
yeah.
Sabrina's car is full
That
on
thing's
just
obnoxious.
I will have my foot planted as
They'll have all their Mustangs there. I'll have my Speed 3 there. Wayne's got
I
a
might
bunch of
figure out
cars.
some
The
way to
Soul
get
will
the
be
Focus there
And maybe
too.
get all your cars there.
Yeah, if there's some way I can get all 3 cars there, I will have all 3 cars there.
Yeah.
I plan on
fine.
doing the biggest massive front wheel drive burnout the world has seen.
Yes.
And I
gonna
plan on
happen.
having his wife yell at me.
But anyway,
Well, she's already approved it. She's already green lighted it.
Oh,
I got
God.
Oh, so no negative Ghost Rider?
No, there was no negative on that when she said just
the
don't break
pattern
my
is
car.
not full. You guys ready to move on to our first beer and start talking about some more car
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
You got it?
I got it.
We got ourselves a personal beer
I'm
assistant
thinking we
tonight.
should- I'm
Yes,
thinking,
master. Serve you well, I
given
shall.
the amazing
Yes,
dinner
go
that we
with
had.
Chris's first.
Chris is first. Got it.
Yeah, we should have
The
that.
one that's not in a bag.
Not
And
bad.
also, glasses are in the freezers.
So yeah, this should be a really good time. I'm
So-
really excited.
so-
for it.
Car news. I've seen quite a few things pop up literally just before I left the house to come up.
Oh, we had
A lot of stuff
shit
coming out
ton
of
car
SEMA.
news.
SEMA.
SEMA Booger Welds.
SEMA Booger Welds.
Look
Obviously,
at that. I got a weld from SEMA.
No, I mean, there's car manufacturer coming out of there because Ford showed up with an all-electric Mustang,
Manual.
with a manual.
900 horsepower,
1100,
1,000
yeah.
foot-pound of torque, electric Mustang running 800 volts, and a 6-speed get-rag transmission behind the electric motor.
So
Yes,
my thing with
Ford
that is,
understands car guys.
my thing is how the fuck does that transmission work with that car?
It's just a motor on the input shaft.
Yeah.
The transmission doesn't care what's turning it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, transmission doesn't give a crap what's turning it.
So
Most
it could
of the
pretty much
homebrew-
just be like straight. You're doing that, and you're
Well, no,
you're
you
getting
could,
right into that torque band of that.
you could drive that as a traditional manual transmission, or because it's an electric motor and it makes
Just
maximum
lock it in
put it in
6th and
sixth.
Yeah,
drive.
put it in 6th
Yeah, or-
and 4th.
or just stick it in charge
I
or
wouldn't try to
whatever.
grab 6. Is that correct?
Sure.
Who's got?
I got
You got
Gremlin.
that. I know
I
that. Yeah,
always
you
love
got
that
Gremlin.
MTV. I got MTV.
I got.
Oh.
Angus MTV.
I get
it's
MTV.
spooky.
Oh,
I'll take pizza. Here. Here you go.
Pizza?
You take pizza.
Pizza.
No,
Which
I get-
one do you want?
Oh,
Yeah, I
boy.
always get
Thank
MTV
you,
on the old
sir.
I'm
Not by
excited
me.
to
Bobby
try
stopped
this.
by you.
I did look at that, but I was like,
I
I
got
can't
no.
get
I gotta
anything.
pour before my glass gets.
So-
Well, I was originally gonna get the Swamp Head.
So
The
the
new milk
reason
stout that Swamp Head
we
just
went
came out
with this type of beer was because of our dinner. My wonderful wife
Oh,
made
look at that
an
color.
Dude, this shit
amazing
looks good already.
actual shepherd's pot pie. No, shepherd's pot pie. Shepherd's pie. But we kind of do it like Popeye style.
Jesus
Like
Christ,
we,
looks
yeah.
like I'm pouring a root beer without a.
All right,
I
hold
don't
on.
know.
Let's
a little bit-
I got
give it the
it.
test. Let's give it the test.
Hang on.
Is there anything coming out the other side?
Nope. There's
There's
literally
There's
nothing,
nothing.
coming out of the other
It
side.
poured like
Woo, you can't even get
that
flashlight
almost
through it.
poured like
That's some good shit
a
right there.
molasses.
Oh my god.
I'm
All right,
excited.
guys,
I'm
can you
gonna
see
take
that?
me a snifferoo.
All right.
That's the. Hey, look at the camera. Can you see that?
Zoom, come
Turn
closer
a
to
little-
the camera.
Yep.
And come closer to the camera.
All right. Coffee Pot Bayou is our stay dry stout aged on locally roasted and blended coffee and espresso beans.
Ooh, I'm ready
This
for
is
this.
a company called Green Bench Brewing out of St. Petersburg, Florida.
Right on, guys.
Another
Well,
Florida beer, man.
everyone, cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Indubitably.
Yes.
Well, Air,
Solid.
Link.
Bald-headed fat fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
That's a good stout.
Oh, that's a good stout right there, bud.
Do we have any of the pie left?
They are not shy. They are not shy about the coffee.
Holy
no, they're not.
That's got
I'm
a
okay.
lot of coffee to it. Like
I'm okay
that's
with
like
that.
that's less beer and more alcoholic coffee right
I'm
there.
okay
Okay,
with that.
this is okay. If you took the Hawaiian Lion, took the coconut out, and tripled the coffee,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
there we go.
But it's not bad.
I like it.
Oh, there.
no,
Hey, no,
I did not
no,
say
hey,
that in a
hey,
bad
hold on,
way.
hold on. The finish, straight chocolate.
Yeah.
It
It
tastes
is
like
straight.
coffee smells.
Yes.
With a solid just.
Yeah,
I
really
ate
cocoa finish.
I just ate not milk chocolate. I just ate dark
Bitter.
chocolate.
Bitter.
Hey,
Dark-
as much as I
dark-
love, and I love dark beers, dude. I have an absolute affinity for dark beers, and
This
I
is
love
fucking
coffee,
good.
but this is really, really
This
good.
is
Yeah,
good.
this is the coffee in this. Like you said, it tastes like,
Like
roasted
coffee
coffee smells.
Yeah, it's good.
That's
I like this a lot.
Oh, what do you think, John?
Not a big fan of dark beer, but this is good.
Yeah, I like it. It tastes like good coffee.
And it's
A
only
nice-
5.2%, so it's not
yeah,
gonna
which
trash
is
you.
Yeah, this was
extremely light alcohol content for
You know what
a
this is-
dark beer like this.
This
Yeah,
is a
this
very
is-
good table beer. Like when you're sitting talking with
Yes.
me. That's what it's really good.
It's a hold on. This is a nice
I've got me a new
Not-
favorite
not-
beer, guys.
not
I
with
like this.
dinner. This is a good
After
after dinner.
It's a dessert.
Yeah, when
beer.
everyone's
And
hanging
you are
out.
pair this up with a tiramisu.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Pair this up with a tiramisu and see what happens.
I wonder if you could do an ice cream float with this beer.
You almost could.
Yeah.
It's the correct flavor
Dude,
for like
like,
a
seriously.
ice
I
cream
really
float.
like
Like-
where your head's at on this.
Guys,
Vanilla ice
this
cream
is-
with this?
Freshman, like
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
simple fresh vanilla ice cream
Yeah.
with this.
I almost want to
Yeah.
put coffee creamer in it.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Like,
No,
no,
no, no,
I'm,
no.
I'm there with him because
No.
him and I are like,
Like some the sweet cream.
yeah,
the,
yeah, I have it at the house.
The
It's
Italian
regular-
cream. The Italian sweet
actually,
cream. I know where you're going with that.
there we go. So put some Baileys there. This
Bailey's in it,
you
yeah.
could almost twist this off, and if you did this on with instead of just a straight stout, just did this as a milk stout, but with this much coffee going on.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that'd be filling. That'd be thick.
But it's
Yeah.
so good.
Hold on.
I like
hold
it.
on. Hold on. My mind's going crazy with this. Half and half. Half this, half the left-hand milk stout.
Better yet,
Okay.
do this as a nitro stout.
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine this pouring and cascading like that left-hand nitro stout.
Oh.
That would be amazing.
That is still one
That
of my favorite beers.
effervescence,
Not
yeah.
well. I mean, it tasted awesome, but still, just the
pour.
fact that you go, here's my glass,
Gunk.
turn it, and let it go. That is the
It's going
only,
chug,
that is
chug,
the only
chug,
beer that like
Oh yeah, if
that
you'd
a
have
2-year-old can pour.
if you'd
Just
have tried that,
turn,
if you'd have tried that pour with a Guinness, it would have been all over the table.
and
Right.
it, oh my god.
Yeah, you can't pour Guinness hard.
No. Have you seen the left-hand milk stout? The way you pour
I've
it.
seen it.
You seriously,
Yeah,
the
I
instructions
haven't tried
on
it,
it
though.
is pop it,
And flip it.
flip it, and you
Hard
seriously put it in a glass like this, and it just clunk, 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 and you
And it starts
watch
doing this.
it.
It's a complete cup of foam whenever you pour it,
Yep.
and then it
you
starts
watch it.
cascading down,
It's
and it
beautiful to
starts
watch.
settling, and it starts becoming a cup of beer right before
And
your
it is
eyes.
I don't know,
And
but
it
I'll
finished-
tell you what.
dude,
On my
it-
way home from
it-
work
It
tomorrow,
finishes off with a head about that thick, and that's it.
All your Konas are buy one get one 6
I
packs
had
of
it.
Publix.
Yeah.
By the way.
Well, it's
Yeah,
also $5.
This is so good.
for
I like
ABC.
this.
all
This
I
was
know
an
is
impulse
I am
buy.
going
This
to,
was a
I'm going to
they
experiment
don't
with
have
this
the
with vanilla ice cream.
I think it's
I'm gonna make a float.
Well,
Butter's milk or something like that. From
Chris River.
Swamp Head?
I
That's
didn't
right
see
next
that
to-
one.
I haven't.
That's right
I didn't
next
see it
door.
either. I saw it up in
How
Gainesville. I haven't found it down here
Yeah,
yet.
because a couple weeks ago when I was there, ABC had like
Yep.
2 or 3. There's one
sad they
called
keep doing
Lemon
that again.
something.
Yeah,
Publix.
Lemon Days.
Yeah,
Guinness
Guinness,
will buy one
Well,
get
no,
one
Guinness,
free.
Guinness
I know.
is
I have
$5.
the rain check. I want to get.
It's
this.
sour.
I want to
I
get
guess
eaten.
not
Guinness
very good.
is
Check it out.
the 6-pack in the bottles. Guinness
yeah.
right now
There's
is
a couple of them that I
$5.99.
was looking at
At
several of them
Stouter
that were pretty
drop.
hard.
Yeah.
I
Stouter
did
drought.
see
Stout.
Marker 48 Red Right Return was in cans at ABC.
No, you know where you
Cans?
can get that at? Hold on. But sorry guys, we're spiraling. At
We like beer.
Coney Island in Brooksville on our way home on Monday, we stopped there because we had to go past there, and I was still hungry.
Cans?
16-ounce cans you can
Yeah,
buy
that's
ready
yeah.
to turn at Coney Island.
What?
ABC,
At Coney Island.
ABC and Crystal River has them right now.
If I wasn't so hungover because I drank and John can attest to this, I drank so fucking much this last weekend that yes, it was horrible. I had to buy 2 things of Pedialyte because I thought I was gonna die. It was great after the Pedialyte and drank more. But anyway, yeah. Fuck you.
Do you not do water backs every now and then?
No. Fuck, that's sacrilege, man.
Fucking amateur.
That's why you got fucking Pedialyte. Spend $5,
Yeah.
chug that thing, and you don't
Exactly. Pedialyte is Pedialyte and a greasy cheeseburger.
die. No, just straight on
Golden.
Pedialyte so you don't die.
All right,
And then-
so I want to chime in here. Wynn has stated he's talking about the new Mustang SUV being pretty nice.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not a Mustang SUV. It is a
Speaking
Mach-E crossover.
Speaking of that,
It's
I
Mustang
saw,
inspired.
I
yeah.
saw some fairly undisguised pictures of it this afternoon on Jalopnik, like with no cladding on it, but just done in a vinyl wrap. And sort of has the shape of the 15 to 17 headlights. Has some other ST-ish sort of grill opening implication thing going on.
And it's got the ass end of an edge.
Yeah.
They asked
New
them to
edge.
edge with the
Yep.
tri-bar vertical taillights.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, it's not something I'm ever going to buy.
I'm not mad at it.
But
I'm not mad at it.
But if acceleration performance is anywhere near what a Tesla is,
I'm not mad at it.
all the people bitching about it will really get butthurt when grandmas and soccer moms are out there gabbing bitches on the street.
Well, you know,
Right?
I've been thinking more and more since you said that before we started, and think about that. If they marketed this car the right way and did it the right way, this might be like the new
Tesla beater.
just the new
Even
like
if it-
all around American car.
Imagine if it's even just like the price of it. If it's $5,000 to $3,000 less than what's the SUV Tesla X Model
Model
X.
X.
It'll be better quality.
But
absolutely.
seriously,
Panel gaps will be good.
but let it be just a little bit less expensive than a Model X. That bitch is gonna sell like fucking hotcakes.
Oh, yeah.
It really will.
Especially
I gotta counterpoint you there and
It's
say,
Ford and boomers.
hold on, I gotta say this.
okay, boomer.
If it's the same price as a Model X, it'll outsell the Model X.
yeah,
Because buying a Tesla is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
it's but like
Hell, at
it's,
that
it's
point,
owning
watch-
a Tesla.
watch-
It's
It can
owning
be
a
Servicing a
Tesla.
Tesla is a
Owning a
nightmare.
Tesla,
Yeah.
servicing a
It
Tesla,
can be a
trying
little
to
bit
buy
more
a Tesla.
expensive than a Tesla. Just the fact that you can go to your local Ford dealership
Right.
and buy it and not have to go to a fucking mall or a shopping plaza and
And
have
it's
the
probably
shit
not going to be
delivered to
restricted
you.
fucking charging points and
Yeah,
all that
no,
bullshit.
like even if it's more expensive than the Model X.
And I think
Oh,
both
Ford
that
be
right
smart about
there-
it. Ford will figure out a way to make their
it
charging
$1.
port.
Price is right.
Their
$1
charging
less.
port will be either compatible with the Tesla charging ports, or they'll make an adapter you can plug into a Tesla charger and plug it into your Ford and charge your
here's
Ford.
fucking awesome.
Here's one thing though. Will it get bitches on the fucking street once it runs fucking catch days?
Oh yeah.
Probably. If it's electric,
Oh.
it'll be fast.
I want to point a note here too to our beer as I'm looking at mine now that it's settled. Notice how it has a really red hue to
It
it.
does.
A little bit, yeah.
It's kind of
A
interesting.
little bit of a redness to it.
Flashlight time.
Yeah, no, it's fucking good.
I'm hoping that but like I could just kind of see like that these things might start popping up everywhere because you know it's not like Teslas are so few and far between.
No,
and, you know,
no.
everything.
Here in our Podunk County, on
Somebody in our dealership
this
owns
road right here, that's going by the house that you're hearing cars
I
go
like
by.
that color.
There is about two to four Teslas, like the sedans, that go all the time. I see
There's
at
a
least.
modded one
Yeah, I see
too.
I
Yeah.
see Model S's
There's
all
somebody
over
at
the
work
place.
who has one now.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of them.
Oh,
So
yeah, there's
it's
Model
not.
S's all over the place.
Yeah.
There's a black one running around.
Oh, there's a shit
it's a
ton.
P-
There's a,
Oh, with the black wheels on
Yeah.
it.
Black
P90?
wheels on. Yeah, P90, and that dude rips it every time he takes off out of the racetrack.
So I know we just talked about the Mach-E thing and all that, and we were talking about how it has ST inspired shit and that on it.
Mustang and stuff, but
I gotta add, so the
Mach-E ST?
Rocky RS.
All-wheel drive.
The principal secretary at my work and all that. She just traded her. Well, you've met her, not the one that has the Corvette. The other one that's always with her. And her husband passed away about a year or so ago, and so it's just her. Her husband was a huge car guy. She has a 40 Chevy with a big block with a blower in the garage. That was his. And in the driveway, I found this out like a month or two ago. She has a SN95 fucking Celine in the driveway.
Oh, nice.
So, she just traded in her, I think it was a 14 GMC Terrain Denali, top of the line in LA. And she was telling me about this car, this new SUV that she was getting and all that. And she's like, yeah, I'm getting an Edge, and it's a sport. What, I don't know. She's like, it's all black and all that stuff.
Oh, she got the ST.
She got the ST Edge.
Nice. Those things ride out, bro.
All black wheel, 21-inch wheels, Brembos all around. She's got her pink pinstripe down the side of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's almost 70, and she fucking loves this car. Fucking loves it. And she loves the Recaros in it. She loves that it has, almost 350 horsepower. She's like, every time I get to it, she's like, I get to a stoplight, and every time I turn green, I just floor it. She's had it a week, and she's like, it, and in her words, it fucking moves, and I love it. And so I've been looking up parts for her, and I'm like, every day morning when she's coming into work, I'm like, hey, we can get you this, we can get you this. She's like, well, I'm getting my windows tinted. She's actually getting the calipers they're powder coated red now. She's getting them powder coated pink because she just wants to, and fucking let her. Like, it's her car, man.
Yeah.
But I've already talked with her and her son. Her son owns the one of the tattoo shops up here, and that does amazing work. And I was talking with them the other day. I'm like, I already got a parts list going. It's not even my fucking car. I got a parts list going. And she's like, oh, I like that. I like that. I'm like,
it's always fun to spend someone else's money.
I'm like, let me know. I can hook you up with parts. We've already found parts. And she's like, will that make it go faster? I'm like, yes. And this will make it sound better. And that she's like, I'll have to talk to my son about that. We're probably going to do that. And she's fucking loving it. And you know what? That, for being a crossover thing, it's really not that much bigger than the Focus. I mean, it is, but it's really not. And the curb weight on it is still 300 pounds lighter than a fucking Hellcat.
Isn't it about the size of a new Edge too? Isn't it?
Yeah. It's 4,450 pounds, which is
new Edge
still
right there.
lighter than a fucking Hellcat.
So I want to point it out too.
Wait a minute, what was the number on that? 4,100 pounds?
4,450, I think it
Oh,
was.
so it's only 200 pounds heavier than a GT 500.
Exactly. Like, but it's still it's 340
But it's all
horsepower.
electric.
It's all-wheel drive.
No. They're talking about the
No.
the
Edge
Edge
ST. Edge ST.
Oh, the Edge.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's still it's. I'm so fucking excited for her that she got this, and she every single day when she pulls in, when she gets out of that car, and I'm opening up the door for her, she is smiling, and just that alone.
She was just ripping it.
Oh, exactly. I know her. She got pulled over for doing 75 on.
Oh my
cross.
God.
Are they doing that in a manual or is it just a?
It's flappy paddle,
It's
but
flappy
still,
paddle?
like
I'd hoot it.
Oh yeah, I'd drive it.
the amount of shit that.
Excuse you.
Sorry, it's raining, guys.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Your roof is pink.
Yeah, your house is beside right there.
So
Give it a minute. Hold on.
Your
The
house
other-
broke the seal, bro.
the other day I was driving.
Hey, at least it doesn't leak inside.
The other day I was driving to work and I saw a brand new pearl white 911S turbo, and I am melting over this.
Sorry, John.
Old guy driving it, and I wasn't like accelerating daftly. Neither was he. I was just kind of next to him, I'm Porsche fanboy over it. We come up to the next light. He rolls his window down and looks at me and says, "Your car is loud and obnoxious. This is what peak performance looks like."
Did you roast it?
Yeah.
And I was, there's no way I could have. Fucking no way in hell. And I'm just like, oh my God, that kind of hurt. And we started driving, and I was driving normal, and he was driving normal, and he was going to turn. And as he was going to turn, I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. And I went to do a pull, and right as I let off the gas, it was perfect. The car just listened to me, and it did a shotgun blast. And he let his hands off the wheel, and I looked over, and he went like this. And I was like, douchebag. I'm sitting over here gawking over how beautiful this car is, and the guy.
And he insulted your car.
Oh, what a tool that guy was.
So
What's the retail on that?
More
than you can afford, pal.
So you found the Golden Cock Award winner this week.
I did. That guy was an absolute, complete, and total. I ran into that guy who's got the blue Lamborghini Urus,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I talked to him for a minute. That
It's
guy was
Uranus.
cool. He
Oh,
was
yeah,
nice.
he's an older guy that lives in Pine Ridge.
Yeah, he was nice, and I'm just like, I wish that Porsche guy would have been like that. I mean, I wasn't trying to do nothing stupid. He just had to make a fucking comment, and it was annoying. I can't stand people like that.
Over the weekend, because I had Sabrina's Mustang, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
He didn't want to give it up.
I didn't. I really didn't, because that car's it's. Anyway, I have elderly neighbors that live around me. Like
I do too.
No, I mean just. Anyway, you know how fun it is in the morning at fucking 6:50 a.m. to fire up that GTC.
You know what's
What you guys
No,
don't
what
understand.
you don't know. What you don't understand with that, when Sabrina was still having, instead of doing Sunday work here, she was having to go into the office. She was having to leave here at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning when it's in the middle of January, and yes, in Florida here it does get cold and would be freezing. The cold start would be 2,500 RPM. It's direct.
Well, we had it was that Saturday morning.
The cold start on that car is just
ridiculous.
There's an episode when we were inside. Yeah, when we were inside.
Saturday
went
morning.
One time.
Saturday morning when I took it to work, because it dropped down to like 62.
Yeah, that ain't cold.
But it was cold enough because it popped as soon as I fired it up. I mean, as soon as I fired it up, it went blah, pow. And when I got home that night or that afternoon, the neighbor came out and he goes, "That's not your new car, is it?" He goes, "Because I really don't want to have to hear that every single morning you go to work." I said, "No," I said, I could probably make the Grand Marquis sound like that eventually.
He went, no.
So for those that don't know, Sabrina's car is a 2012 California Special in that, but we have no cats, stock resonators, no mufflers. It is seriously just a little tiny resonator. That's it.
And if y'all go on the channel, there's an episode pretty far back where we're inside of Mike's house. And on that episode, she had went somewhere, and you guys can hear it because
it shakes the house.
Yeah.
It shakes the house. It is fucking loud.
It's retarded.
But it's not that loud inside the car. It's manageable. It's when you're outside.
It's not much louder than my car.
There's no
it's
drone.
The outside. There's no drone. There's nothing. It's when you're outside and you go, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking deafen you." Whoa!
Well, that's like my car, and apparently, according to Chris, as of a couple weeks ago, I didn't know, but my car apparently sounds heavenly from the outside.
Oh yeah, it sounds listen,
beautiful.
When you're doing a pass,
I want my car to sound like
amazing.
yours, but I know if I make my car sound like yours, it's gonna sound like
Oh,
shit
believe
because
me,
of the fucking eco boost.
when we were
The only time your car sounds obnoxious is when you go out and start it up cold and it has to warm up because it sounds like a plane trying to take off.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Here, full chop, like the full propeller chop.
Well, what even sounds even better about Sabrina's car, because I had to do right before we left Saturday, I pulled it into the bay at work. I pulled it in. It was a cold start. I pulled it in, shut it off. I vacuumed it out. And then we're inside 3 bays, right, in a non-acoustic building. And then I said, "Fire in the hole!" And I fired it up because it was already warmed up a little bit when I pulled it in. And then when I fired it up in the shot, Matt said, "That thing's really obnoxious." And I just gave it one good rap in the shot. Run! Matt went, "I can't hear anything now."
I've had people come from across the dealership when my car shotgun blasted inside of the building.
Oh yeah.
Like, what just blew up?
Well, see, the best thing is the reaction he got at work. We did it at his work, and we took the shit off of the owner of his shop 2 legs. The shit that was on Angel's car when she was traded it in. went on to Sabrina's car. So it was one of those.
It's not like they hadn't heard it before.
Well, he thought he had her stock cats. He tossed them or something. He couldn't find them. So it was one of those. We looked at each other and was like,
Screw it.
yes. He's like, they ain't going to take a car like this. Let's do it. How much money and let's do it. I don't care. Credit card, bye-bye. Best decision of my life.
Oh,
So-
no, I absolutely love that thing for how it sounds. Though. It just makes a beautiful noise.
I think we should dive into SEMA a little bit now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
booger. Hold on.
SEMA.
So as you saw from
Booger
our
Supers
thumbnail
everywhere.
picture, yeah, the SEMA 2019 was rife with all
SEMA.
kinds of Bluetooth drive shafts and wire
Oh,
tucked,
yeah. Those Bluetooth drive shafts, man.
wire tucked
Spark plug
spark
wires.
plug wires
Oh,
and
God, dude.
booger welds that were powder coated over.
Now,
Like, bro, you welded it, looked at it, went, I have to send this out to powder coat.
That'll do.
It looks like
That'll
Ray
do.
Charles welded it with his feet.
Before we go into that, so while we were still kind of fresh on the topic of sound, my sister just texted me. She's like, she's watching on the Xbox, so she can't figure out how to say shit in that. Her favorite noise thing was when I had the Cobra. And
Yeah.
And Brian knows, and you know, Chris never got to see it, and you know the sound of that Cobra. Holy
That thing
shit!
was fucking
Oh,
loud.
Yeah.
but it wasn't Sabrina's car obnoxious loud. It was
No, it
the
wasn't loud. It just had
perfect-
a really nice sound to it. I mean, the car.
and you could hear it from a mile, like you
I
could
mean, it was a
seriously
shitbox, but it was
hear
a
it
good
from a
sounding
mile
shitbox.
away.
Right.
And it was, and
Oh, no,
and
car,
she,
that car was a wore out.
that's coming from my sister who currently has a car in her garage right now.
Yeah, and it's
So
it was a nugget.
yeah,
But it sounds good.
but her favorite thing was when we lived right down the road, and I worked at the high school that was a mile and a quarter down the road, and that when I would leave the school at 11, like I would get off of work at 11 o'clock at night, I would start the car up. Sabrina could be in the garage smoking, and she could hear me start the car, hear it
And
idle
drive
down,
all the way
and
over
she
here.
could hear every single stop sign. She knew, okay, he's leaving, he's going through the graveyard, he's on Hill Street, he's crossing over Inverness Boulevard, he's crossing over Highlands. She could hear me at every single thing.
Yep,
And my
that's awesome.
sister never believed me until one day she was at our house, and I was leaving I went to Walgreens for something, and she heard me leave from Walgreens and drive all the way up. And that car, the backfires, that, I mean, it never did shotgun blast, but the gurgles and pops that thing did coming up to a stop sign. I hated that car. It was a piece of shit. I'm sorry, Jess. But oh my God, that thing was the greatest sounding car I've ever owned in my entire life.
Yeah, that thing did sound
And
good.
I wish I will have a car that sounds like that once again. Hopefully I'll
Well,
have that car
That's
again.
why I love my car. I get just the right amount
Well, the
of
solution
gurgles and
is we need to
pops.
4-valve swap the 86, and there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, so SEMA. So some really funny, interesting stuff we saw. over
43
the past
different
week.
2020 Supras.
Yeah.
All with the same 3 varieties of body kits on it.
Yep.
Just different varieties. Same one.
Supra every motherfucking aisle.
Some
Yes.
cool
Thank you,
rotary
thank you,
powered
Random
stuff.
Blunt, the commenter.
Yes.
Dave Mazzei, big shout out. He was out there. A lot of cool rotary stuff out
Now,
there.
well, I also got to give a shout out to Timmy Thompson.
Timmy Thompson and Nick Rodriguez. That truck out there that they had was
Timmy
cool.
did all the paint. You know Timmy with the Subaru and that?
Yeah.
He did paint and body on one of the trucks going out there.
That took some awards, I believe.
And yes, the paint and body Timmy did. I'm so proud of you, dude.
it's
I am
scary.
so fucking proud of you,
I'm
dude.
not into those lifted trucks.
No,
That thing looks fucking
But the
sweet.
work that he did, holy shit,
Yeah.
Timmy, you did fucking amazing work on
But
that.
now, here's my thing when it comes to people talking about Bluetooth spark plug wires and things like that at
oh my
SEMA.
yes.
Okay, so a lot of cars at SEMA obviously don't function in many ways or
No.
even run. Now, here's my thing about SEMA. Yes, it's a car show, but
No,
it's kind of
it's
become.
not a car show.
That's
It's
the
a
thing.
trade show.
SEMA is a trade show that revolves around cars.
Well,
it's not a car show.
Yeah, but the
Right.
car aspect of SEMA has really become more of an art, and it's kind of, in my opinion, okay that some of these cars don't function. Some of them are art pieces and not meant to function. And then the other turn, I kind of think it should be a functioning car, but at the same time, some of these cars you see, like there's one that's of a RX-7 and the spark plug wire. There's no spark plug wires or nothing. That car may never actually run. That car might just be for that purpose, and those are okay. But some of the shit showmanship and some of the stupid things like that, people really should not have. Some of those welds, I mean, like, come on.
The one on our thumbnail is a shining example of
That's
that.
what I will. That's what I will
and
play.
guys,
Shining powder-coated example
that
of that.
seriously isn't just like some random thing. That literally is
That's a legit
from
picture from
SEMA
SEMA this year.
this year.
I found it the other day and I was like,
Yeah, no.
good.
Yeah,
God.
that is a legitimate picture from SEMA.
Oh, and
It's-
apparently somebody stole some intake manifold.
it was on the free table.
No, there's
somebody
a
stole
picture of it in
somebody
the
stole a
backpack.
1,000 horsepower Challenger and wrecked it.
Yep.
And
Oh,
that was still on
Yeah,
display.
no, that was the shit. What company was that?
Yeah, I forgot
Paxton. It was a Paxton one, I think. Was it a Paxton? I can't remember.
Who
It
does
was one of
that,
the,
though?
It
I
was one of those companies that
They built the SEMA car. They took
yeah,
the Hellcat, made it more powerful, and built the SEMA car.
someone
and
stole a trailer, stole a car, and they ended up
They wrecked the
recovering
car.
that,
Well, they
and they
wrecked the
still
car.
brought the
Yep.
SEMA.
They totaled that fucker out.
And the
It's
whole thing,
trash.
they just
Yeah.
raised it. They're like, here you go.
But
and the smash
they got the car back and they put it on display wrecked and said, here's the story. And they put a
Yeah.
board up in front of it.
tape around and
It
everything
was
else.
stolen on Tuesday,
Oh,
recovered on Wednesday, and it's here Thursday for the show.
Yeah.
You know what's making a big hit at SEMA right now? That LS fucking swapped Huracan.
Yeah.
Oh, the
twin
BS
turbo
build
one.
car.
Twin
Yes.
turbo LS Huracan.
That thing with the Super Trofeo kit on it. Oh god, that car is ridiculous. I
There's
can't
like-
wait to
It's
see
like
that thing.
Leroy
on
the
the street.
Savage's Italian cousin.
Exactly. I can't wait to see that car in the street, dude. That car is going to hurt
It's
a lot of people.
Geppetto, the woodmaker.
Oh, is that a Cody Ferguson I see?
Yep.
Oh.
He is talking about the
Hey,
Frankenstein manifold. that
Hi,
got
Cody.
stolen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one we were talking about.
Speaking of cleans, did you see what he did the other day?
The wooden drive
The
shaft.
wooden drive shaft in the
Amazing.
Mustang.
Amazing.
That was
Absolutely amazing.
hilarious, dude.
So, speaking of Cody, Will finally got to see the.
Oh my god, I
Evo.
fell in love.
He finally got. Cody's got the Evo running and all that shit.
Oh, that's cool.
He
It's been
brought-
a while since I've seen that thing rip
He-
around here.
he
I
brought it
fell in love
over.
with it, dude.
And Will, me and Will were here. That was right before. That was when I was dealing with the whole power outage at work and all that shit.
Yeah.
He dropped it and he swung by right before we lost power and that. Yeah, he got to see it, and we were like,
I want to ride in it, Cody.
I still haven't gotten a ride in
Yeah,
there.
no doubt.
Yeah.
If you want some traction, just put my fat ass in the back seat, dude.
Yeah. But he's got that thing going really good.
That thing sounds so good, dude.
But with
I was like, oh
with
god.
SEMA, it's one of those where that high rise. Yeah, no, the guy was saying that it was on the free table. What was that? Like a $2,000 high rise? Like
Yeah,
shit
custom
that-
made.
Yeah, and he fucking took it and walked off with it. Said it was on the free table.
There you go. Another thing that was at SEMA is of interest to those of us who use radar detectors. One of the companies, Redenzo, has come out with an AI-powered radar detector that completely eliminates DSMs from the vehicle.
Yeah. Sorry guys, apparently it
It's
started
raining. Look at the border.
Yeah.
Didn't
That's
even know
gonna be
it was
this shit
supposed to
for the
rain.
rest of the night.
All right, so we
Hey.
just gotta talk louder. So
I got
talk louder.
Ranex on the car. I'm good.
So yeah, no, SEMA's been wonderful.
SEMA's turned into a fucking
Oh,
shit show here.
I got some other news.
Other news.
Other news.
First off, this was one you brought up, the FCA merger with Peugeot.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's another big merger I heard wind of. I have not confirmed this. I haven't done any research on
Does this
this.
involve Nissan or something?
No, it involves Ford.
Who's Ford looking at now?
Ford is apparently trying to merge with Volkswagen.
What? Why? I haven't even heard anything about that.
Check in.
I heard somebody at work told me about it. They read an article about it. I didn't get any time to dig into
I
it.
haven't even heard anything about that.
But
No, the Ford has been. Yeah, they've been working with Ford. That's what the whole Mach-E is.
Which one?
Volkswagen.
Really?
Yeah, and it's with the electric. They're apparently trying to make an electric pickup too.
let's see.
You want to name it the Courier?
Yes, Ford and Volkswagen are about to make cars for each other.
As long as we don't get their diesels.
It was
As long as
announced
we don't get
Tuesday,
their
a
second
worldwide
engine.
partnership.
Hopefully
It's announced. It's
You're getting all
a
wet.
done thing.
I'll be down.
Oh, that'll be all right, maybe. What Cody say? Oh, is the camera getting wet?
No.
No, it's fine.
Well, I see it's like mist
Okay, so
coming
it's
in
not a
over
merger; it's a partnership. They're gonna trade platforms back and forth,
Okay. Oh, like Cody
but it
said.
gives each other access to
There's
their
no
research
going
and
on like
development.
this.
Sorry.
We still got no beer yet, though.
I know.
It's one of those situations where they're sharing,
Oh, I already did.
research and development
Yeah.
type stuff. They develop a
So it's
platform.
Toyota Roo and
Yeah.
BMW
Toyota
Toyota Magnifier.
Oh, you're gonna
Which,
put straight
I mean,
D
it
in
makes sense for both of them, especially Ford. A
Oh,
lot of people don't realize this. That's one of the ways
running the
Ford
rest of
got
the 93 out of
through
it, and run
the
straight E.
car slump in the mid
That'd be aggressive.
2000s.
Yeah.
They gutted their research and development facilities and their budgets completely to make it through that without having to take a bailout.
And they also, Alan Mulally came in and started selling off all the premium brands, and they also mortgaged off the actual Ford name.
It's fucking
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, there's a book that was written about that time at Ford with Alan Mulally, and apparently it was one of the members of the Ford family flat out said she would forcefully buy out the shares of the other people, if they did not hire Alan Mulally.
Right.
So,
I
Another
just want
Ford
to know
thing.
what the future concepts would look like if Ford and Volkswagen doing a merger.
not a merger, just a partnership, basically trading platforms back and forth. Like I said, kind of like Toyota and Subaru with the VRC.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's weird how that would look. I mean, something like a Volkswagen coming out with something that looks like a Mustang.
Well, yeah. Hold on here. So, what's gonna be?
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Ford doesn't make cars anymore.
Volkswagen does.
Hold on. Hey,
Yeah.
So is
they
Ford
just
gonna get
killed
cars
the Flex,
again?
Well, wait a
which
second.
I thought was dead in 2008.
Yeah.
So, but
Well, actually, Ford does make cars. They just don't sell them in North America.
Right. Right.
check your cord, make sure it's not.
It's good.
Good.
It should be fine. Send it.
Send it.
Another Ford tidbit of news. I mean, everybody should know this at this point, but
There you go.
if you're a car guy, you should know about this. But Ford versus Ferrari comes out on the 15th.
Yes.
It is a docudrama about the 24-hour wars in the 60s with Ford versus Ferrari at Le Mans.
I will not be seeing it that day because I'm going to see Michael Graves. But
Fun fact tidbit: it's only called Ford versus Le Mans here in the North American market.
Yeah,
For around the world,
Ferrari.
Ford versus Ferrari. It's
But here
called
it's
Le Mans 66
Yeah.
in the rest of the world.
I'm
Why
going
is
to see
that?
it opening night. So.
I wonder why that is.
It's something. It's happens from time to time. Like,
Well, it's one of those things. We're America, Ford. Hey, Ford
Okay,
versus
Fair
Ferrari.
enough. Fair enough.
you ever
versus-
see the movie The Professional?
oh, such a great fucking movie.
It was only called The Professional for North America.
Yeah.
Everywhere else in the world, it's called Leon.
Huh.
And it had about 25 minutes of extra footage in it that was deemed unsuitable for American audiences.
Right.
I got something on Ferrari, and Vito's not watching because he's at work. Hopefully he's not watching because he's at work. Today, one of the kindergartners was wearing the soccer jersey type deal, a Ferrari soccer jersey. And I'm walking by, and I'm like, and he asked me to help him open one, like a milk carton and all that. I'm opening it, I'm like, nice shirt. Because I realized the Ferrari badge on the front.
He really said nice shirt because they wear the same size.
I was about to say, did you ask the fucking kid to take his shirt off? Give me that. Give me that. I want it.
No. And so he's like, he looks at me, he looks up, he's like, thanks. And I'm looking at the back, I'm like, this is Formula One shirt. I'm like, do you know Formula One? He's like, yes, it's Sebastian Vettel shirt. I'm like, we just became best friends. I don't know who you are,
There's
kids,
hope
but you're
for
my
the world.
kid. Yes.
There is hope.
Do your parents want you like gone? I will adopt you right now. Like you are my new favorite kid ever. He was wearing a Ferrari Sebastian Vettel soccer shirt, and it was amazing.
That was awesome.
Amazing. I had the biggest smile on my face for the rest of the day. I'm like, he's wearing a Sebastian Vettel shirt. Everybody's like, what? I'm like, he's cool. He's the cool kid. He's the cool kid.
His dad's a Formula One fan.
Yes, yes. But no, that just I saw his shirt. I'm like, this son of a bitch, he's wearing a Vettel shirt.
Oh yeah, so
And the fact that he knew who
Parenting
Sebastian
done
Vettel
right.
was.
Parenting done right.
Yes,
right.
just the fact that he like it wasn't one of those. No, this is a shirt like Dad gave Sebastian Vettel, and he said it perfect too.
Yeah.
Wasn't like kindergarten like when he told Sebastian Vettel like. You're great. Do you know who Michael Schumacher is? Like, let's go. Like, we're gonna sit down forget the rest of your day in class. Like me and you, we're gonna hang out.
It's all fun and games till he comes to school after seeing a documentary on Kimi Räikkönen and says, "Man, I'm having a shit."
There it is.
I would buy that kid lunch for the rest of the week at that point. All the ice creams you want. What do you want? I'll buy it.
oh boy.
Oh yeah. So also other news. I saw you post this up. What about the new vet?
Delayed
Until
until
February of
2020.
next year.
Yeah, there's already some floating around though, isn't there?
There's press cars floating around, but as
That's
far
it.
as
What about the C8R?
oh, okay, so the C8R also debuted, which is going to be the race car, which replaces the dominating and conquering C7R. It's
Which,
the-
hey, seeing that in person, I gotta say that is one of the best sounding fucking race cars I've ever
that thing, the C7R, when we saw it, now it's gone 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
When we saw that car, that thing sounded like a Norse berserker coming onto your shores to raise your village, rape your women, and take everything you own, and then crush your soul. That's what it
So,
sounded like.
It was going to drink its mead from your skull.
I like
The-
it.
That's
the
what it
only
was
thing
planned.
in my head that has the same amount of insane power behind it is imagine an A10 Warhog going across the sky, just full on a
machine
minigun.
gun
Every time, halfway through.
Like that is the sound of that fucking car, and it was amazing. I am not a GM fan,
No,
but
that thing's-
holy shit, that car
Oh no, the
was.
C8R sound.
Oh no!
Well,
Oh
here's
yeah,
the,
no.
well, here's the thing about the C8R. The C8R doesn't have the same engine as the
Yeah, I
C8.
think we're ready.
It has a four cam,
All right, there's only four
four
of them.
valve
I know.
point.
So sorry guys.
And
Well, in there,
the IMSA rules state that if you're going to run the engine on the racetrack, it has to be in a production vehicle. So I would not be surprised if a new Z06 variant comes out with a quad cam, high revving, blah 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 blah.
Sounds about right.
I
Good
love
policy.
homologation rules.
Yes.
Those are great rules.
Those are great.
Because it's one of those little things where, hey, so we developed this racing engine, and they say we have to sell it to you, so here it is.
Yep. Or was it? Did he get drunk and crash?
Thank you.
I don't know whose glass is getting poured into what, but I want to sample it.
All right, guys.
Are those biggies?
They're biggies.
They're biggies.
Smalls?
Big smalls.
Ooh!
Now, this one is
This is
from
one of our favorite brewing
Our-
companies.
one of our favorite brewing companies, Brew Bus.
Spoilers
If
have
you
already had
recall-
one.
Oh, did I tell you that I had what was it? Riding Dirty on draft.
Yeah.
For $3. John was there, and you tried that one that I got at when we were at Gen X.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
that
Rolling
one
Dirty
is
from Brew Bus is one of our
top,
favorite
That's in
reds.
our top 3 reds. And the bar that we went to on Sunday night, they
They give
had
us the wee bit extra.
they had craft beers.
Give the will.
They had craft beers on happy hour. Instead of $6, they were $3. I got a pint of Rolling Dirty for $3 fucking bucks.
That's pretty bad.
Ooh, it smells nice.
Oh, it is. I've already had this one actually. It is amazing.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Oh.
All right, so this is Brew Bus's
It's good.
Tangerine
Oh.
Splash.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Take a sip of the Sunshine State with a
Oh.
Belgian
I want
twist.
them all the time now. Go on.
Florida grown tangerines,
My
go
dick
give a splash
Sticking
of.
dick in me.
I can't read that text.
He's
Color's fucking me up.
I can't read.
I can't read.
Florida grown tangerines give a splash of citrus
Oh.
to this light bodied wheat beer, spiced
More
with
coming.
coriander and chamomile flowers. All right,
Oh, I
boys.
wasn't sure if you had it.
All right, you guys. I hope you guys like it. This shit is
Bottoms up.
fucking fire.
Okay, well, the last tangerine beer had, I ended up getting more of that.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
ready?
what was that? Tangerine Scream or something?
No, that was the Lost Coast tangerine.
Oh,
there it is.
Hold on, hold on.
Better do your exercises for this one. Holy hell.
Oh yeah. That's a
Oh,
damn
that's
good
good.
beer.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, it's so
Okay, this is different than the Lost Coast. The Lost Coast.
I don't want to put it
The
down.
Lost Coast was the tangerine just right up front, cow summer in a glass.
This is tangerine in the back.
But this is
It's the tangerine is a little more subtle, but it makes it sweeter for some reason.
and a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
And welcome to Florida.
Oh
And the
God,
shandy
no!
color.
Hold on, hold on.
That's so
hold on.
good.
It kind of does have.
Wow,
It kind of
really good.
No, so my thing with this is the he's had a whole shit ton of it though. So the first bit of the one that you gave us. what
that was
that?
that was the Lost Coast
That
tangerine.
was as soon as it hit your tongue, it was just bam.
Oh, that was
tangerine.
Who wants us on the camera?
That was
Oh, that
just-
was. I mean, well, no, that Lost Coast. That was straight up front. As soon as you cracked the can open on that one, you could smell
Yeah.
the tangerine.
That's, it
But
tastes
the
like
thing
orange.
is it left instantly.
very subtle.
This hangs around.
Yeah.
Like
In a
just
good way.
talking right now, it feels like I had not like I ate a tangerine. It's like I took the skin
Really
and took the zest.
Yeah, there's more of the zest to it, and it's the actual tangerine flavor is deeper and richer.
And like you said,
And
instead
sweeter.
of a tartness,
It's
you get
more
a
of
full
it's
sweetness.
a sweetness.
of it.
Yeah.
isn't a seasonal beer, is it? I mean,
No.
Oh God, I
I think
hope
so.
not. I have to have more of this.
yeah, me too.
This is amazing.
Yeah, no, because
So
that
far-
first,
so far,
yeah,
everything-
no.
everything-
My fridge is going to be stocked.
I mean,
with
the
coffee
basic
and
bitch was-
tangerine.
But you know the whole.
Yeah,
pumpkin
no,
spice latte thing.
okay. So
The basic bitch was okay. This was a joke. This
Oh, yeah, no,
was,
that was
it was
making
hilarious.
this
that was funny.
just to be just
That
to
guy,
run
yeah,
with this
I
joke.
just,
be that
I just
guy.
had to get that because it was one.
Oh, it was hilarious. I mean,
But
that's
no,
right.
with this, it's one of those
It
where
is really good.
when you taste it, you get a normal shandy type deal,
Yeah, there's.
but then just the aftertaste that hits you is just
Yeah, this is fantastic. Once again, Brew Bus.
yeah.
This
Brew
one
Bros,
is awesome.
guys, you are amazing. Please get with us because you are.
Real good. Like
No,
orange.
this is a slow clap of beer.
I get one every
You
morning.
taste
This
it
is
and
the
like,
slow
huh?
clap of breweries because
And you're just
have we
like-
had a bad brew bus yet?
No, we have
The
even that
You're My
blueberry
Boy.
one.
I still haven't had the You're My Boy Blue.
We
That's
did,
okay.
and I'm not a blueberry fan.
Same, but like I said, I mean, you could tell it was a blueberry going on, but you could tell it was a really solid beer behind that
Right.
to build on. But the Rolling Dirty, damn.
I mean, the Rolling Dirty's fantastic.
Like I said, that is a top three.
Well,
that's
that
a
was
top
the
three
thing.
red right there.
I totally forgot our top three with that, and it was when we were at the bar. I actually called Brian at almost 9 o'clock at night, going, "What was our top three on Reds?" Because I can't remember. Was this one our number one or our number three? And he's like, this was like our number 3-2 is split." So you had
I'm still
Playa Linda
Play a
was
Linda Robonaut Red.
Yes,
was
the Robonaut
still
Red
number one.
is
still
still the number
still
one.
number one. That one was absolutely amazing.
And then, like I said, literally, I mean, actually, I could go like the next three.
yeah, they shift, but
You know, Marker 48's Red Right Return,
with that, the
Rolling
Marker
Dirty,
48
and Diver, Rolling Right and Diver Down.
Yeah,
for-
those are our four.
For me, Red Right Return has gotten knocked down to 4. It's Playa
this-
Linda,
This is really
then
good.
it's for
by the
me it's Red Right
Rolling Dirty.
Rolling Dirty, then Diver Down.
Diver
Yeah.
Down, Diver
The
Down.
thing with Diver Down, I like it more than Marker 48, but the thing is, it's the alcohol content on it.
Yeah.
You can't have more than one.
Yeah.
At least with the
Hey, Chris.
at least with the Rolling Dirty, and even to Playa Linda, you can have at least more than one and not be like, okay, I had one, I don't want another. Because the flavors of them, you want another when you
I mean,
have it.
even the Diver
Uh-oh.
Down. I mean, the Diver Down is made repeated.
You know, it's in Belgium for you, right?
No, I'm fine. As long as it's not a Shiner Lock, I'm fine.
Yeah, box are what we try to avoid.
Yeah,
But,
but,
well,
I mean,
no, I've had other box, It's just the Shiner box
Yeah.
for some reason. Something
That
with that.
whatever
whatever that brewery uses.
Yeah, that's a Texas beer.
Which is one of those. I don't break out in highs. It just makes you really red in the face.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we're eating up our time pretty hard right now. I know we just poured our second beer, but we should probably move on towards closing arguments and bring a trailer.
We just hit an hour.
Yeah, we're fine.
We're fine.
I'm not saying to end right now. I'm just saying we should probably
We're moving on. We got
spiral
this.
the correct
Yes, we're
direction.
spiraling in the right direction.
We are gonna have to at one point do an episode
Okay,
where
Karen.
we
You
literally
want to speak to our manager?
get
next?
samples of every beer we've tried so far and retry them.
That'll
and
be
just
a
go
day
through whatever.
episode.
Oh, I know.
Us
Yeah.
Not to
live
mention
during
we
the
go
day.
fucking broke buying all that beer.
So
I gotta tell you, man, when I was getting this, I was looking at the beer cans and I was looking at some of the stuff that was the Market 48 Red Right Return was in cans finally.
I
They
haven't
had
had
more of
that
the-
yet.
Oh
It's
Good.
good, but
no, it's actually
There's
it's a
better.
really solid red and it's local, so it's good.
Is it still available
the
to find
Compre-
anywhere? 'Cause
Yeah.
I haven't seen it at ABC or anything.
Chris
you gotta
River.
go to Chris River.
Chris River has
Like
it,
I
yeah.
said, Chris River has
And you know
it.
what's really sad is I literally work fucking
Next door.
100
Always
yards
go to that
away.
Hey, the thing with that Chris River, well, no, the ABC here in Inverness does have stuff you cannot find at the ABC and Chris
Yeah,
They're
River.
different distributors.
But the ABC and Chris River has some of the stuff like this that you cannot
I
find
haven't
there.
been in there yet, but
But-
I
And
No,
Crystal River also
it's-
has a brew stop.
Yeah,
I was about to say they
You
have
can fill
the
growlers
That's why we
and
got
growlers
that's why we have the growler. You can fill up growlers. The only reason we did not fill up the growler for what was the one beer? It was going to be like fucking $40 to fill up the growler with.
I believe it was Red Right Return.
Yeah, Red
It was
Right-
either Red Right Return or Mother.
Wait,
No,
hold
no,
on.
no,
Like
no.
a growler you
Mermaid's
can literally
Milk was-
drink right there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
In an ABC?
yeah, the
Yeah.
64-ounce growler. It was going
I
to be.
haven't been in
It's-
there.
can't
It's like an
drink-
old school
you can't
ABC.
drink
They have a
there.
bar.
okay.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ABC's used to be a
I'm
fucking
like, all right, right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
What?
that ABC in Chris River used to
I
have a
haven't set
rotating
foot in
bar
there
in it.
yet.
Then a guy died.
Now,
and then
Inverness
they-
used to have the rotating bar. That one in Crystal River is where the cop shot the guy in the parking lot.
Yeah, no, there was murder there. Murder.
How do I not know this and I
That's our
work
rule
less than
says it.
100 yards away from this establishment?
Which, hold on, who's ready
That bullet
for?
buck.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, believe me, we are stoked for the event at Wrench Monkeys. We already were.
Oh
We were
yeah.
talking about it earlier.
Sorry. Yeah, no.
Wait.
Chris is just on here. So Chris, I know you just got on here. We are all going. I should, if I can figure out a way, have all three cars there. The 86 is going to be there. I have a second set of rear tires in the garage that are over 11 years old that I bought from Orly for $39 new when he
Yep.
worked at Sears. That's how long ago it was.
He's gonna have his
Um,
boots there.
But it's one of those, I am fully down for completely breaking the 86 there
Again,
because it's one of those, if something happens, I push it back. It's in a shop. There's plenty of people with
Oh,
trucks and trailers
Mike.
right there. I'll bring it home if I have to. But that car is either doing a burnout or being broken. Either way,
Or both.
there's
both.
going to be smoke and something going on there.
Mike, by the way, if you need help getting all three cars there, I got Angela down to fucking go to, so Key will be there, and
We're gonna have cars there.
there's gonna be cars there.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, by the way, sir, I plan on doing the biggest front wheel drive burnout this fucking county has ever seen. Get ready.
It's
he's a
gonna be.
legend in his own mind.
It's gonna be amazing.
Whatever, I'm doing it. Fucking send it, bro.
1.6 liter soul burnout.
As a Geo Metro pulls up going, hey, someone attaches tow to a truck and let's send it.
Right.
If you have a Geo Metro and you're willing to send it, please go to our address. You will see it
Yeah,
in the thing.
we would love
Please
to
go
see a
there.
Geo
I
Metro
will.
send.
Hey, if you can't get a Metro, I know where there's a yellow convertible for sale on 44 right now.
Let's go buy a Metro to do burnouts in.
Right? We'll chip in.
Fuck yeah!
It's a convertible too, so you don't have to worry about getting smoke inhalation.
Why haven't we done this yet?
And it's bright yellow. It'll grab all the attention.
But yeah, no, we're pretty stoked for that event. It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
really, really cool.
It's gonna be fun.
We look forward to seeing you out
It is
there.
gonna be
So-
so much fun.
Oh,
I'm
I
so
can't wait,
happy
man.
about
I'm
it.
super hyped for this one.
But oh shit, there was something else I wanted to talk about.
There's
You
all
guys
kinds,
mingle,
there's all
mingle,
kinds of
mingle,
shit to
mingle.
talk
Hold
about.
on.
Yeah,
No,
lots of
no.
stuff happened this past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Same things.
The electric
GT500, the new
Oh.
GT500 as a drag strip. That's what I wanted to talk about. What was it? 3.10 to 60, 10-second quarter mile
Yeah, it was
time.
And that was
I
on
think it
street
10
tires.
I think
And that
it
was on
a
street
1090, yeah, it was
tires.
a 1090, I think.
Yeah, and that
it
was
was
on
like a
street
10-second
tires.
pass on street tires.
Well, the factory tires that came on was not drag radials or slicks or anything.
Dude said that could possibly be a 9-second car with drag radials on it.
I want to see
From
Ford.
the factory.
I want to see one of those things on radios launch without destroying axles or
Drive shaft.
destroying
I
that
think you
DC.
can do it.
I want to
do it,
see
though.
Ford sell that car with the box with drag radials and the extra PCM, just like they do with the
With
Demon.
With a demon,
But-
yeah, you get the whole fucking
but the
greatest
thing
shit.
is we don't want to spend half a day trying to go. Hold on, I'm about to race you.
Let me break out my crate.
No, I want to see
Let me
Ford
break out my
do
crate.
it
Okay,
just to
so hold
push
on,
a pin in Dodge's face and be like, we
that,
can do it
that
too.
makes it horrible because it's like, hold on,
No, because then they're the ones that are copying.
5 hours later, hold on, I'm taking my center console apart. Let me
It'll
put
take
my
my
new
ECU
and
out.
then-
Let me put my new shifter in there. Let me take my new whole intake. Get up. There we go.
Get that
Okay,
on
hold
there.
on. Let me jack up the rear end. Put these on. Let me
these
put the
tires
skinny
on there.
tires on the
And
front.
then let me get up to the line and explode my rear end.
Yes. Yes.
That is a problem with the Demons. I
Yes,
don't know
it
if
is.
anybody knows that or not, but
They're
yeah,
blowing out
they're
their
having
fucking rear end.
issues with the rear ends exploding when they try to
Well,
launch.
see, and when the Grand Tour did that when it was Hammond and May racing, they seriously did not exaggerate when they said
Right.
a few hours later. It literally it takes that long. When you go from your demon from street mode to full track mode to get your full 840 whatever fucking horsepower and that. It takes that. You literally have to jack up the car, put on drag radials, put on the front tires. You have to take, and I'm not joking. You literally have to slide the center console back, take out the shifter, put a new shifter in there, open up the glove box, put a new fucking ECU in there. Gotta take out the.
But that's a
whole fucking
one-time thing. Would you ever take it out of full send mode
No.
ever again?
No.
I'd be putting it in
leave
full
it in
send
full
mode
send
at
mode.
my house when I got home.
But
and then be
still,
What are
leaving
you
it
talking
there.
about at your house?
It's
They give you everything to do it right there in the
But-
driveway
like,
of the dealership.
but
Okay,
it
can we
is-
just fucking wrap this into my loan, put it in your
But
shop?
it is literally the fact that you buy this car that's saying 840 horsepower, and you get it, and you
Some assembly
literally have to
required.
it's some assembly right. You have to do that shit.
$100,000.
No, like I want to buy this car, instantly be able to do wheelies on the fucking street, and it still won't fucking do wheelies because even on a full part track, it goes
And God forbid,
And I love how when they when they
there's
when they
that
revealed it,
much room underneath it.
when they did the reveal with it, doing the wheelie on the wheelie stand maker thing,
Yeah,
like
and hey, God forbid,
fuck the
you don't
86
have
blown out struts
everything
can do
Dodge
that.
sent you. God forbid you don't have everything Dodge sent you to put it on that car and a rear end explodes on the track. Dodge will give you a big middle finger
And say,
and
fuck
say,
you,
should have been
warranty.
racing it.
you're screwed.
Yep.
If you don't have
Hey,
all
our
their
race
components
car
in the
that
car
we
when the
sent
rear end
you-
explodes.
Fuck you, you're
Fuck
done.
you. You're done.
um
And
what-
that's like a $7,000 fix for that fucking
Yeah,
rear
well, the
end.
thing is, Ford offers a factory drag car. It's called the
Cobra
Cobra Jet.
Jet.
Right.
Yep. Oh, and the Senate. Did y'all talk about that when the Senate passed that thing for Copo cars? And,
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
that's
that's
one thing that
pretty
we
awesome.
need to talk about.
Yeah.
The RPM Act.
RPM Act.
RPM.
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah, it's
Yep.
for small volume vehicle
yeah, but
manufacturers.
but the thing was over the last couple of years, that's the reason why they stopped the Cobra Jet production and all that shit.
And a lot
Yeah,
of
the
ra-
Cobra
And,
and
like
a lot
the
of
too.
Copo and that was because there was it got unpassed and it was just like floating in limbo, and no manufacturer wanted to do it because it wasn't sure if it would be legal, not
Well-
legal. Would these shit be like like an R33 in the States get fucking crushed and all that
well,
shit?
well, not just that, but like in that ass backwards state, California,
Oh, God.
if
Basically,
you had a purpose-built drag racing vehicle, it had to pass emissions.
So if you had a, let's say, a 76 Vega that was you trailered to the track, just drove it
1,000
at
something
the
horsepower,
track,
so it had to pass
it
emissions.
had to
and
pass
everything.
emissions.
Well, that's why in California, 74 and older cars are gold.
Well,
Yeah,
now it's
anything-
bypassed altogether.
anything-
If it is a designated off-road racing use
if
vehicle,
you're just using it at a
Anything
at a
33
drag
years
strip,
older in California got
That's it.
No, 1975 is the emissions law.
75. So it's
So 74 and older, you're golden. 75 and
so
newer
it had to be
pass.
47 years.
But it's not a rolling exemption like the 25-year federal import rule.
That's still bullshit.
but still, it was one of those.
Yeah,
Let's say,
25-year-old
again,
import rule is bullshit. But California, with CARB, California Air Resources Board,
And you
their
know,
rules
California's about to pass that law, or they have passed it, where you can't even work on your car in your own
Driveway.
that's not a state law. That's certain cities and certain
That's
municipalities.
Yeah.
still horseshit, though, man.
Well, it's California.
We had that here, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, it's California. Build a wall around that state. Call it fuck Carter State.
No,
and get
you
over
know what
it.
they said?
Everything causes cancer
They said we should exchange California for Japan and take California and move it over there and take Japan and put it on the West Coast. And
I'm down.
I'm okay with that.
I'm
Can we
okay
make
with
it-
that.
Fine.
Can we make that happen?
Let's
Yeah,
make that happen.
Yeah, but it's
Oh.
easier to just build a wall around it.
There
rename it
goes
fuck Carter State.
Tokyo. Godzilla! Don't copyright us. Don't copyright us. We don't own that song.
Fair use.
Fair use. We don't own that song. Sorry, we harmonized.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, no, but it was still one of those where they finally like passed it again to where now we should start seeing Cobra jets.
Well,
and
it's also there.
Cobras.
It's also there so that low volume manufacturers can build low volumes of purpose-built cars and also
Well,
road cars that don't have to meet the same kind of crash requirements as mass-produced.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
So that's why you could, so that you can buy turnkey Cobra replicas.
Well,
and
at that
550
point,
Spider
there
replicas.
was a point where.
Oh, but
for
didn't
the
that all,
last 2
didn't that
years,
all take a big hit though with that Kevin Hart bullshit too?
Oh,
Though.
God, dude. You know, and
Can we
the
hit
fucked
on
up
that
part
really
is,
quick? Can we hit on that really quick?
Okay. So basically, they took a 70 Challenger or whatever the hell it
It
was.
was
It was Hellcat swap.
it was a 70 CUDA that was Hellcat swap.
Yeah.
And the thing is okay, yes, it did crash, and they sued over the fact that it didn't have modern safety equipment. It
It
had
doesn't have to have.
It was
modern
in
safety.
1970.
Oh,
it had the lap belts, so you got thrown from it. What happens when you were in 1970 with that same fucking car? You got thrown from it.
Lap belts
Right.
are basically a catapult to slam your face into the
Oh,
dash.
not only that, but
You don't buckle them, so
They're
that
just
way you're
designed to
safe.
rupture all of your
It is-
internal
it is-
organs
it is-
when it pinches
Yeah,
you.
it is
In
safer not to wear
1970,
them, so you get thrown from the car.
in 1970, seatbelts were an option.
Option.
It was a
But-
fucking
but
option
here's
on
my thing,
cars.
too,
Do
where
you
I
want
think-
seatbelts, yes or no?
where I think he doesn't have a fucking foot to stand on with this because I think the whole
Hey,
thing's
I was-
bullshit.
Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey.
Easy
hey.
with the foot. Easy with the foot things there.
Hey,
buddy.
you still have one.
I have one.
But yeah, you still
You've
got one
got
to
a
stand
foot
on.
to stand on here.
Am I not correct that isn't there a law stating that like certain predated vehicles with safety belts don't have to have them if they didn't come with them or
If they
something
didn't
like
come
that?
with, they don't have to have them.
It's
So-
not
You know what the
even
sad
that.
part is
So,
about
no,
that?
So
basically-
there's nothing
basically-
that states that a shop has to put modern equipment.
It's not
not
even
whatsoever.
that. It actually, as somebody
Oh,
who
what's up,
grew up with
Ignited?
somebody who grew up with a car
There's a
salesman
garage stopping
and
in.
somebody who works in a
Howdy.
dealership and understands how these laws work, as is, no warranty.
Yeah.
You're getting a
You are-
highly modified
purchasing
fabricated
this
vehicle.
You are purchasing this car as is. It is as it sits,
Where it sits.
where it sits. This is your car now, and everything in this car is now your responsibility. We are not responsible for how it's built, if it's built correctly,
If it's not.
if it's safe, if it's operational or
As
not.
is only has one guarantee.
It's
If
yours.
It breaks in half, you own both halves.
Exactly. That's what as is means. And he purchased that car as is because he purchased it a 1970
Here's the thing, though.
that was customized by a shop.
And
It's
here's-
as
you know,
is.
You know what the real fucked up part about that is? He wasn't even driving.
That's
Yeah,
true.
right.
Exactly. His buddy was driving.
His friend was fucking driving. You put fucking inexperienced fucking person behind the fucking wheel of a high horsepower vehicle.
That shit
What
happens.
do you expect is
Right.
gonna fucking
That
happen?
shit happens.
You put somebody behind the wheel of a 707 horsepower 1970 car. What did you think was going to fucking happen?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
what happens.
That's what happened.
I always think about the video. A guy had a Shelby Cobra race car replica, and he let his wife drive it. And she
Oh, no.
backs out, and everybody's all cringing as she's backing out because they're worried she's going to back into somebody. She gets it out. She pulls it down onto the street. She gets it straightened up, and she smashes on the gas. And guess what happens? Smash right into a fucking telephone pole.
Yep.
Remember when
Because-
the GT500s, started coming back out? Remember that video on YouTube that was circulating around with the kid who got in it?
Oh, that
Yes.
was a Roush.
It was a Roush.
That was a Roush.
And the
No,
kid
that was a
sent it
5500.
straight through the garage.
Yeah, it was Eleanor.
sent it straight through the
What
fucking
about
garage.
the dude with the red 03 Ram SRT10? He's doing a burnout, and he goes,
Oh, yeah!
Oh, and
What
flips
about
them over.
Doing a burnout, he
What?
caught fucking second, still lighting the tires up, and went sideways, went in the ditch, flipped over.
One
Yeah,
of my
and the
favorite
dude's
ones.
like,
Oh shit!
fuck!
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
shit!
gonna have to pull him out.
One of my favorites is the one that's labeled Corvettes on Thanksgiving.
Oh
The
yeah!
two silver ones?
Yes.
Is that the two silver ones?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the guy in the lane's like, these guys are dumbasses.
And
they
that
go
was
do-
one of the ones was the girl from
There
RiceKiller.com.
it is.
I don't know if y'all remember RiceKiller.com from back in the day, but you know, my friend Jared Wines, he's real big on Facebook, but he had this thing, you know, called RiceKiller.com, and he used to do a lot of videos back in the day. And he filmed, his one was like a fucking girl. It was a C5, but it was a Z06. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to teach my girlfriend how to drive in this thing. She got out there, dumped first, dumped second. The vet broke loose straight in the ditch. It was like, if you don't know how to drive, if you know, I can drive this car. No, you can't. Sit down. Let somebody else who knows how to do it.
All that reminds me of Neil Diamond. We're coming to America.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
go into a ditch. Oh, bam!
If you don't know what you're doing, I mean, it's just like Will Ferrell said, just sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down, please.
So it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's been a good couple weeks. Hey,
There
did I ever
there
tell
was
you about
something else we was looking at too.
I can't even say it.
Yeah, let's not. Let's leave.
Oh,
that.
go ahead, go for it.
No,
Man.
please.
Hey, did I ever call you about your car's extended
warranty.
Oh my God.
Hey,
it
we
ran out.
have been
Just
trying
storm.
to reach
Hold
you
on,
about your
just
car's
storm.
extended warranty.
Geostorm?
No storm?
No, that was Storm.
Yeah, we all fucking failed that one pretty hard. Oh my God. I always get Geostorms and Nissan Pulse, like the NX 2000. I think it's kind
no,
of.
you can't.
I always do, because just from
Hey,
glimpsing at the front end.
There's one, and Brian's seen it in Hernando where I work. The Pulsar, the wagon.
Yes.
See it constantly. It's the silver one.
Yeah.
Is it a
I have
Pulsar NX?
No, it is a Pulsar NX with the fucking whole thing on the back. and
Oh,
everything.
yes. I know
Oh, the
exactly.
brown-
what
the
the
shit
square
brown
ass
one?
end of it.
No,
Yes.
silver.
Okay, because
Oh,
you guys
silver.
did not
I've
answer
seen
this
it,
question
yes.
earlier in the week when I sent it. The other day, I saw a second-gen Ford Taurus with a Camry dash. Would that be like fake badging?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Checking.
That is.
Yeah.
I have to take this, guys. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I've been trying to reach you by your
Jesus
car's extended warranty.
I'm shooting my
Um,
television show.
Hey, John, take a seat.
He's already.
So,
So,
well, we can't.
Yeah, well,
Anyway, so
we can
start
talk
really
about,
quick.
We can talk about anything and everything, my friend.
So
we can talk about Chris.
Yeah, we can talk. He's
that
not here.
motherfucker. No.
Yeah.
Chris,
No,
that's
there's a lot of
beard.
stuff that's been going on in the automotive world. It should be cool. That Supra at IFO really surprised me. That brand new one. I talked to the guy's bone stock. 12.4s consistent. Well, he started about 12.8, then he got to 12.6,
Yeah,
and
well,
then 12.4.
Figuring out the car. Right?
Yeah, consistently all day 12.4s after that for the whole day.
Well, I mean, you gotta-
the Real Street guys, the one with the white Mark IV that's like ridiculous fast. Him and his buddy, they took with 2020 along on drag race this year,
Yeah.
and basically they didn't open the hood.
Oh, and speaking of that, there's a guy on YouTube, I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry I can't remember his name, but he's building a new Supra, like building one of the motors and making one for 1,000 horsepower.
Oh yeah,
Did you see what he did at SEMA?
No.
He took
Did he take that high-rise intake from the table?
basically what he did was he moved his whole shop into an exhibit booth at SEMA and continued building the motor.
Because I've seen
At
Sorry
SEMA,
about that,
and
guys.
he
On
was
YouTube.
he was live streaming it, and people were coming up, and like it wasn't like him showing it. He was literally working on the motor. That was his thing at SEMA. He was still building the motor, and people come and ask him. He started talking about it. I thought that was super, super cool. It's the guy he's building the first 1,000 horsepower Subaru, or not Subaru. Oh my God,
This Supra.
He's building the first 1,000 horsepower Supra, but what he did for SEMA is like his exhibit is he brought his shop there and set up, and he kept building the motor and he was live streaming it. And I was watching it for a little bit, and he's like torquing the heads down. He's talking to somebody while he's torquing the heads and everything. It was so cool.
Didn't Roadkill do that?
Yes, they did.
Was that SEMA
Yeah,
or
they
was
did it
that
with the
another
Crusher
show?
Camaro.
Yeah,
Camaro.
They swapped
The
out
yellow one.
they swapped out that one motor and dropped the fucking.
They swapped out the big block and
They
put
swapped out the big block and dropped
And
the
put an
LS
LS
motor
on
in
it,
it.
yeah.
which I love that big block. That was it.
But the thing is, though, that's been the story of the Crusher Camaro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because that car originally, it was California did sort of a cash for clunkers program where they were basically sending old cars to the junkyard. So Freiberger and them, they basically went and hung out at a junkyard in case anything interesting came in. And that Camaro came in, and the first article they did on it was, well, this car was headed to the Crusher. So they basically just did maintenance and tune-up stuff on it and got it to pass emissions.
Right.
Even though it didn't have to because of the age.
And then he dropped
then-
that fucking big block in there with the wheel in. And
But that's what it's been. The Crusher Camaro has always just been going through a constant state of change. That
It's
car
always just what engine will we put in it next?
that car will
Yep.
never stop changing.
in other Supra news, Cletus McFarland fucking beat a Supra in Haltech World Cup Finals.
Oh yeah, he ran a 780 at
He ran a
100.
780, which was a
He
personal
still lost,
best.
but
He still lost, but he
still
ran a
got back.
personal best.
Yeah, he didn't win World Cup.
But he
But
won a
just-
stick-shift shootout.
just the
Yeah, he did.
fact
Yeah, he
that
won the stick shift shootout.
he did that.
But
Yeah.
he did.
But he
did
also did it on. He
Congratulations,
also
bud.
did it on a fucking
Congratulations.
slipper clutch. He had to change that clutch because that
Yeah, but-
monster clutch wasn't doing nothing. for him.
Who's going to beat the Red Demon? Is
Nobody.
Is
Nobody.
anyone going
Nobody.
to?
Nobody's gonna
Nobody.
win
Or is that
Red Demon,
officially
dude.
the fastest front-wheel
That
drive
is
car
a
in
fast
existence?
Well,
all-wheel
it's all-wheel
drive.
drive.
It's all-wheel.
Oh, I thought,
DSM.
That is all-wheel.
why did I think that was front-wheel?
No,
Oh my god!
DSM.
Anyway,
That is
no,
the fastest.
I think that's
that is the fastest stick-shift car in the world right now.
I think
Yeah.
I think it ever so will be. Dude, that thing is absolutely
It's a monster.
insane.
Dude, he ran a 7.0 at 210 miles an hour. in
Damn.
that
On an
fucking
H
car.
pattern box.
Yeah, on an H pattern.
I gotta throw one thing in there from SEMA, and it's the one thing that I caught that like tugged at my heartstrings. They're bringing back overhauling.
I did see that. Yeah, there's the
I
episode.
remember something
Apparently,
about that, too.
one episode is where Chris Jacobs gets flat out punched in the friggin' net, like
Who
by
hit
one of the
him?
marks.
One
Marks.
of the marks.
Really?
Because he was
Why?
trying to take a car.
Well, because
No
they
shit.
were pulling a prank on him, because they pull a little prank before they tell him the car's going to overhaul it.
Oh, and he got hit.
Yeah, the dude hit him,
So- but
No
It's the
shit.
thing
like and laid him out. Bam.
it's the thing of, okay, so when and you will understand, y'all, well, I'm not meaning this bad way. Chris, you're a little bit older than me and Dan, and Brian, you're a lot older than
You
me
could
and
have just
Dan.
not even said anything.
No. I'm saying it. Growing up, when I was, at that age of finding cars and that,
You grew up.
yes,
Shut.
one of the things
He's got
was
me beat.
you had, on TLC, you had overhauling, you had rides, and that.
Rides was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, no,
That was
so-
MTV though.
Yeah, so I would take, when that would come on TV, I'd have my VHS, my recorder set up, and I'd have the tape in there, and I record all of the overhauls, all of the rides episodes, and that. I still have them on VHSs in the house, and I would watch those, and it was just so much fun seeing, especially like not even like just Hit My Ride, like all that shit, but just seeing
Yo, dog.
overhauling, like them doing those, stunts of, tricking them, and then actually fully overhauling these guys, right? Just doing good shit to the fucking ride.
And speaking of Pit My Ride, what a shit show!
Oh,
that
yeah,
really was.
yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
it
dude.
still comes up to this day.
Like the behind the scenes.
Have
of
you
that
ever been on
show,
Reddit on when they did the AMA or
Yeah.
There was one of the guys on there.
yeah, and
It's
they're
caught
like,
on
yeah,
fire.
no,
The only
and they
episode.
took half the shit out of the cars.
the Ford Falcon they did that actually broke in half
Yep.
after they fucking did it.
The only time that Hit My Ride actually did something proper and good was when they brought some poor kid's car in there that was one of those. Here's the front half of a wrecked car.
No, that's
Oh
right.
yeah,
I think it was
escort.
escort.
It was an escort.
It was an
It
escort.
was
brought
a
him a new
half of
car.
a
It
white
was-
one, half
it
a
was
black one, and they
so-
put it up on a thing, and they're like, Yeah, I know, and they bought him an XB because they're like,
Well,
no,
here's the thing. I'm just-
Well,
I-
what about the other one where they bought the kid a 4Runner because he brought his fucking car? I forgot what car it is, but they brought his fucking car and they're just like, there's nothing we can do with this thing, and turn around and bought him a brand new Toyota 4Runner.
Well, and that's the thing is I'm kind of waiting. Like I feel like that somewhere in the next couple of years
here's the
it's
thing.
going to pop up saying that, hey, I'm that guy. That was a fucking rental car. They never did anything for me. Like I'm
Right.
waiting for that to
Well,
pop
you know
up.
what?
I
And
wouldn't be
here's the
surprised.
thing that
Well, that
blows
kid
my
they
mind.
did with the 240, he's popped up recently.
Well, here's the thing that blows my mind about that. You know, the first shop that did that was West Coast Customs.
Yeah,
And they did it right.
Okay, but then the second show that did that was
Was
Galpin
Gas.
Autosports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing about Galpin Autosports. Galpin Autosports is a car dealership group out there, and they are legit car people.
Oh.
They do legit high-end, high-level restorations and stuff like that of very significant cars. This is not a fly-by-night organization.
You know what's messed up?
So
I
mean,
watched a video.
It blows my mind to see that, you know, West Coast Customs doing what they did. I mean, and West Coast Customs kind of did that sort of thing, just on a much higher level, much higher build quality for what they do.
Magic Mike, Watch JR Go. I don't know if y'all are familiar with him.
I've seen a couple of his things. When he was
Well,
doing the
Watch
EXP.
JR Go was he was walking around kind of pre-SEMA, and he ran into Magic Mike. And Magic Mike said, stay tuned, you guys, we're coming back.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
See, because
And I
that
was
that,
like, no
that-
kidding.
like, I
Are
was-
they going to have exhibit?
Yo, dog.
No.
Heard you like
I don't
Apple
think they will.
computers, so we only put one pedal in your car.
Well,
Yo, dog, I heard you like fucking cars, so we put a car on your car.
Well, see, that's the thing. Is
so
like,
you can drive while you drive.
I was watching this one thing, and it led me to this article I was reading, and there was the one guy, the bigger guy. Huh?
You're live.
Hey, you said this is typical
Big
Friday
guy,
night.
that's Mike.
There you go.
well, no. There was like some bigger guy, and they like assumed that like he liked food or whatever. So they fucking went and threw trash in his car. Like he said, they
put
literally
candy in
threw
his
candy
car.
wrappers and shit in my car. He's like, that wasn't me. They were just like exaggerate. That's
Or the
fucked
dude
up.
that had
They did
the
do
RAV4 that had the chocolate fountain in it, that thing burnt down less
Yeah.
than 24
Well, no.
hours of him getting it back. This son of a bitch, the chocolate fountain in the back short-circuited and burnt down to the
Okay.
fucking ground.
Okay, one guy, they said that he looked like he was somebody who should be single, and they told him he needed to break up with his girlfriend or not mention her at all during the course of the show.
Mhm.
And like everything
Right.
was faked. They saw their cars before they
yeah,
saw their
and
cars.
also the
They-
houses that they were at, those were
they were-
rented
yeah,
houses.
yeah.
Those were rented houses. They knew they were getting picked, and it was one of those like the hey pick me videos. They were already filmed at
Yep.
their rented
and
houses.
some of them
once
weren't
they
even real
knew-
information.
Yeah, once they knew
Scripted.
that they
Oh,
were.
you can sell it. With
Oh yeah, it was
And-
all scripted.
And they
Yeah,
didn't
you
have
can
their
tell.
car. Like one guy said he didn't have his car for 6.5 months, and MTV wasn't paying for the rental.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, look, they didn't get the cars back at the end.
Yeah.
Here's how they would do this. They
or
would
they'd have
take
to
the
sign a
car.
contract.
Or they'd
They
take
would
a bunch
sign a
of shit out.
contract. They would take the car, do the whole pimp it out thing, and then present it to them, and then go, okay, now this car is worth like 15 grand, so here's a check.
Yeah.
The worst one,
Reason
though.
being is because they would be liable for that car.
Well, they would, and also too, the owners of the car would be liable for the taxes for the value of all the shit that was put into the car.
Right.
The worst
That's what
one,
they took
because
a lot of shit out.
California.
Yeah.
the worst episode of Pimp My Ride that they did, and that kid got so fucking screwed on his fucking car, was the Need for Speed episode when they did that 240,
Oh yeah.
and they tried to convert it, and then fucking here comes EA with all their fucking high and mightiness, stepped in and said, "Whoa, copyright infringement like
Mhm.
a motherfucker," and they took the car.
Yep.
They took the fucking car from him. I
And
was
the
like,
kid got fucking screwed because he signed a contract.
kid fucking went in. He fucking signed a contract with him and lost his fucking car. I was like, son of a bitch.
Now,
we're going
overhauling-
Need for Speed
No,
on
no,
this
overhaul is actually
Overhaul
is legit.
Overhaul and also had a fucking contract where they had to do, where you had to do like within the first year of ownership after receiving the car, you had to attend so many shows.
Yep.
The car had to go. They would come and pick it up. You had no say so in it
Mhm.
because the car would go whether you wanted it to or not for like
Yep.
the first year after they did
I
it.
never tracked down if the one story was true, but the one woman that they did the S197 Mustang for, the black one,
Yeah, the black and pink one.
yeah, she ended up selling the car because her kid kept stealing it.
Yep.
And where I found out that episode, You know who got screwed the most on overhauling on that deal? When they did the Honda Civic.
Yeah.
That was one of the early episodes.
That was one of the early episodes. That kid did not have his car for like a year and a half because it was put on display everywhere. And then finally he got his car back and it was fucking trash.
Well, you know,
in
in some of these shops I've heard horror stories on. I was actually just reading something the other day about a rotary building shop, a pretty reputable one actually from what I saw. The lady posted up all the invoices and everything. She paid $47,000 to have her FD veil side body kit on it and the motor built and tuned and everything.
So she had FD money.
It 2.5 years. Got the car back. Only made 250 horsepower to the wheels.
Oh.
Gaudy. Half the shit on the car was homemade and not done right and everything. And 2.5 years, and she said
it was like a wannabe veil side kit from like Bob's Fiberglass.
And she said she would keep selling out money, but she said the guy would say you need a couple $1,000s and no progress on the car, and they'd go there and no progress and no progress and no progress. 2.5 years, over $40,000, and just screwed over.
That's
so it was
insane.
like my old. Was it an X pipe or H pipe that I don't even fucking remember.
H pipe.
But Jesus Christ, that thing was welded together with sewer pipe.
Pretty much.
God, no, seriously. Okay, so before we go into the bring a trailer, the old H pipe on the 86, when we finally took it off and I put the BBK one on there, that thing was basically like sewer pipe welded together. It was Bob's boogers. But it was like a SEMA weld. It was SEMA. Someone went to SEMA and was like, look at this H pipe I built. I'm going to put it on this car. It was horrible. That thing weighed about 45 fucking pounds compared to the 20-pound thing that I put on there. Fucking horrible.
It was like Schedule 40 pipe.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, I gotta pee again. I'm ready to roll in the bring trailer with y'all.
Once he comes back, it is going to be bring a trailer.
You can roll into it now if you want.
But
Now we'll wait for you.
Still, I got to say, I'm really happy that overhauling's coming back because that was a childhood.
I just hope they. I loved overhauling.
From what I understand, it's going to be at a Ringo cast. It's going to be chip fuse. It's going to be
yeah, but wasn't Jesse a part of that casting?
No. It was the really tall blonde with the Courtney something.
Yeah, Courtney. Yeah.
With the and
Jesse had a part
she
in it
did
for a while.
well. Jesse did for a bit, but that was afterwards. It was Courtney, and she also did Power Block. She was the one that did.
See, and I was gonna say that was what I grew up on.
I grew up on Power Block.
Not the
my thing was
overhauling was later. What I grew up on was
Power
Horsepower
Block.
TV.
Now Horsepower TV with the two guys before the young guy got in, and
I remember when Horsepower TV was Hot Rod TV.
Yes, it was Hot Rod
TV.
TV. Then it became Horsepower TV, and that's when the younger guy came in, who is now a part of Engine Builders, or I haven't watched it in a while. But it was that, and when he came in, it was with his EG coupe that they were trying to make power with, and that was that. But still, that was when Trucks was with Stacey Davis. And he after that he went to Gears, and I've met Stacey Davis probably like 4 or 5 times up in Tennessee. Every time we would go to Tennessee to visit my uncle, we'd end up running into when we were because we'd always do those aqueducts. Because my uncle lived in Chattanooga, so they had those the fucking aqueduct things and that go on the Tennessee River and all that. They were like the military vehicles, and that Stacey Davis would be there constantly, like filming episodes of Trucks and all that shit.
Whatever happened to Gears?
It's still on, but it's on. It's on.
Well, I've seen it on both
Man TV.
I've seen it on Math TV, and I've seen it on Motor Trend Channel.
I think it's on Motor Trend now.
It's on both. I've seen it on both, but the problem was the episodes are never playing in order.
That is a 20. That is a 22.
Because they'll do a build over 5 episodes, and you never see all 5 episodes in a row.
Remember the Copperhead build that he fucking did?
Oh yeah.
That build was fucking amazing.
He did a really badass fucking full-size Jeep build one time, as a budget crawler.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It was.
He did Copperhead.
He did Copperhead.
One I remember he did with another guy from another show where they did a Fox Body Mustang build.
Yep. That was back in the old days because
Yeah.
before you had muscle car or any shit
Well,
like that.
I remember having Shade Tree Garage, Shade Tree
Yeah.
Garage, Shade Tree Mechanic.
Yeah.
Dave
But-
Bowman and Sam, what's his face?
But it was always it was hot rod TV. It wasn't even horsepower. It was hot rod TV, trucks, and that was about it. Like you had hot rod TV and trucks,
Yeah.
and it was Stacy Davis. Then it was the blonde haired guy that was on horsepower that's now white haired. I forgot his fucking name. Joe, and then you had the dark haired guy that left after a while.
Yeah.
But that was back. I mean, that was when I would get Hot Rod magazine.
Yeah.
And I get all the posters, and I would have like the magazine posters just hanging all over my fucking wall in my room, and and that was again, I just shoved my tape into the thing, and I'd have a 8-hour record tape, and I have 8 episodes on that shit,
Yep.
and just fucking watch them constantly, and I love those shows. So. On that note, on nostalgia, let's go into Bring a Trailer.
I'm waiting for this thing to refresh to tell me what it actually sold for.
What is it?
A car,
Yeah.
or a truck, or an SUV, or it could be an epic car.
Yeah. At this point, I might have to.
My classic car, Dennis Gage,
Yeah,
amazing. I finally got to meet him about 4 years ago at the Silver Springs show,
yeah, that was when Tom had
Yes.
sudden death there.
and I will say that he has met everything that my childhood has said. Like he was the sweetest, awesome, big mustache guy.
Right.
Like I saw him walking around, and the whole time I'm going, "It's Dennis Gage. That's Dennis Gage." And Sabrina's like, "Go talk to him." I'm like, "No, he's filming an episode. He's filming an episode. I can't go talk to him." And then finally, he walked past the car, and the camera guy put down the camera. He's like, "All right, well, let's go over here." He's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to talk to some people." I'm like, instantly, I'm up there.
You're
I'm
like,
I'm
hey!
like, Dennis. He's like, "You're a younger fan." I'm like, "I've watched you seriously since I've been like 7 years old." He's like,
What Mike's not saying is at the time he still looked like he was.
exactly. And I'm like, "I've watched you since I was 7 years old." I'm like, "I love every single variation of my classic car that you've done." I'm like, "Can I get a picture with you?" He's like, "Of course." So we got a picture. Oh,
I saw what that was.
Okay, guys.
Is that on proper wheels and tires? Like truck
well,
stuff?
well, they're like some 80 center lines, but yeah, I'll allow this.
Hey, close your phone so I can't see it. I don't want to accidentally cheat again.
Okay, so what we got here is a 13V powered. Okay, this is one of the ones. There was also a VW Corrado that I was looking at, but when I conferred with my partner, we decided this was the one to go
no,
with.
I like the VW Coronas too.
It was a nice one.
Okay, afterwards we'll talk about that one because I.
No, I'm not gonna bother to look it up. But anyway, so I figured I've done Toyota trucks and I've done Nissan trucks, so this one popped up and this one got my attention. This is a 13V powered 1974 Mazda Repu. And
I drove, well, I didn't drive one of those, but I drove
so
one that was
1,
kind of
2,
one of those.
3, 4, 5, 6. There we go.
At this
Alright,
point, we were
so,
at Pints and Rotaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can scroll through pictures there.
All right, so it's in that powdered blue color.
And
So
it looks like an
it's
actual
just-
truck.
Okay,
It's not
so
like slammed and shit.
okay,
Don't breathe too hard.
It's got a topper.
more than 2 shakes is a
It
joke.
has a topper.
Okay, so this is a 1.3 liter 13V rotary engine, 5-speed manual, 52,000 miles shown, total mileage unknown. Blue over gray cloth, aluminum camper shell, split dealer installed split rear window,
Picture of the motor, is that it?
older Alpine head unit, MSD, ignition, racing beat intake, Gallardo side draft
Oh,
carburetor
racing beat intake.
with a Gallardo carb. This is cool.
Ooh.
That is a go back one.
Okay, so it has,
That's a newer 13B too. That's an
Yeah.
S5 13B actually, out of like a 89 to 92 RX-7 actually.
okay, so this one,
It's beautiful.
the factory
Done really well.
the factory one-piece rear window was removed for the slider, but the guy still has it. It comes with the truck.
Oh, that's cool. I
So,
prefer the
thank you.
slider on that.
Okay, so this
What do we
19,
got? Repo.
this 1974 Mazda rotary pickup was reportedly acquired from the original owner in July 2019 and is finished in blue with a removable aluminum camper shell.
Is that the dash that's in it now?
No, that's
No.
some.
I was gonna read it.
That was
Say-
something else.
Power comes from a 13V rotary engine paired
And,
with
and it's not like pristine too. Look at the bumper there.
Yeah,
it's like
There's
it's,
lots of rust.
dealer option 5-speed manual transmission. Additional features include dealer installed split rear window, Alpine AM/FM cassette head unit, Racing beat in-
the fucking headrest.
Racing beat intake, Gallardo side draft carb, and MSD ignition.
Is that original paint?
Doesn't say.
It looks like it's original color.
This repo is offered with a box of spare Gallardo carburetor parts, a removed one-piece factory window, and a clean California title in the seller's name. Finished
Gotta say
in
when you're
blue,
done,
features
I
a
gotta see it.
Wright's Campers 3-window anodized aluminum camper shell.
Repu's kind of sell in the general same price range.
Seller
so-
states that the ceramic coating was applied to the paint work during their ownership. It has a couple dings here and rock chips and scratches, but it's a truck. Corrosion on the battery cover and at the bottom of the driver's side rear fender.
Was previously reviewed on road.
The auction says flat-faced 14-inch steel wheels, but those were obviously aluminum center lines from the early '80s, so we'll just go with that.
I'm really torn about the price I want to pick.
Blue painted interior features two-tone bench seat, upholstery cream vinyl with dark cloth insert.
I'm gonna fire off first. I'm gonna say 13.5.
See,
You're on the high ends,
I
right?
thought you were gonna
No.
say 13B.
no, I'm north of that actually. I'm north of 13.
Really?
Yeah, no, I know.
And like I said, I didn't open up the pictures on that to save them, but the
Are
inside.
we
of the,
sure this isn't a Maserati?
No, it's not the
No,
Maserati.
it's not. Definitely not Maserati. The whole bed ain't chopped up.
I
It is
know.
a Maserati.
Exactly. I mean, I'm looking at
It's
pictures
like-
here that I
That's
didn't
why I
save.
said was previously showed on the episode of Roadkill.
No, it's
What
not
are you
yellow.
thinking? Here.
No, the inside of the
No,
bed
I
and
haven't
everything.
looked at it.
Oh,
so-
The inside of the bed is in remarkably good condition on this truck. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of pictures here, and it's
What's mileage?
says 52,000 indicated, but it's
That's not the original motor.
it's a 5-digit and total
I
mileage
love
is
how it
unknown.
has two MSC.
That's not the original motor.
No, I can tell by looking at the water pump housing that that's one out of like an 89 to a 92 RX-7.
Why does it have dual MSD boxes? In it?
It's
Uh,
because
one
they're
for each
they have
bank.
one for
Yeah,
each
one
bank.
green thing.
It's
So
got
you
four
got-
spark plugs. It's got 2 plugs in
Yeah.
each housing.
That
I'm a
was the
rotary
problem.
illiterate.
That
Oh,
was
then you
the
come to my house
problem.
and play
That
with
was the
mine.
problem with Nick's truck. Well, no, the problem with Nick's truck was the carburetor was mounted backwards,
Well, that makes
and that's why it didn't run right.
Wait, well, here you want.
Okay,
That's the
power
last
comes from a 1.3 liter 13B that was sourced from an RX-7 GSL SE. It was installed by the seller who
Oh,
works
it's
at
got-
Lucky 7 Racing Incorporated, a specialty
Oh.
rotary workshop in Dwarf, California.
Fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
This 6-port 13B rotary engine has been modified with MXD ignition setup and a racing beat intake and made it to a Gallardo side draft
that's
carburetor.
got the newer water pump out. That's the only thing I can see.
Recent
Well, if
maintenance
Lucky
includes
7 had it, it's
replacement
probably
battery and
42.
radio service.
Okay, my purchase went up.
I'm saying 18.
I'm staying at 13.5.
Is that the original interior of the
25.
car, or is
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah. No,
20
that's the headrest. and shit they come with. They're pretty
20,500.
good.
has it been redone?
It
What?
doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
What's been redone?
The interior. He was asking if the interior has been. What'd you say?
20.5.
20.5.
Yeah.
Anybody else that got anything
20,500.
back here? See the calories?
Throw a number, John. I know this is way out of your.
10.75.
How much?
10.75.
Okay, I know this is oh, guys, this is way out of John's wheelhouse. So
What do you got?
I'm gonna go 13.8.
15,250.
Oh,
That's-
in between
Sold.
me and Chris.
There you go.
Like I said, that's the one thing. That's the one thing I do. And I do with these. I do not get ones that were bid up to a certain amount and didn't sell, that didn't meet reserve. I always do one that sold.
Damn.
But yeah,
Well, on that
That's still pretty.
I knew it
impressive
was going to
for
be
that
within the
truck, though,
13
man.
to 15 range. That's just where those trucks are in the market. There's not a big collector's market.
yeah,
But
Not
it's
enough
starting.
to push it
It's
over.
Starting though.
yeah.
It's starting to, but it's not enough to push it over 20 grand yet.
But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We'll be live in a couple weeks, and we'll be live on a Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah,
that show.
Wait for Sunday.
Sunday during the day.
We'll talk to you guys later. Everybody have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
It was nice talking to you.